I don't know if I've told you this before, but the first like 2 to 3 seconds after I press start streaming don't actually usually come through. And so you guys, oftentimes Kane will start saying his usual like pre-stream thing, and then I'll go back and look at it in the VOD, and the first like half of the sentence has been cut off.
Whoops. Oh well, such are the joys of streaming.
Indeed. I'm gonna go make sure YouTube is working, because a couple days ago, yeah, it's fine. It took a while for YouTube to come up the other day. Yeah, I think we're pretty much good to go then. No one in chat yet, but usually, yeah. Normally I just fiddle around with settings for a little bit, but or I just have the Empire's Gang talk about stuff.
Yeah, fill in. Let's see, what can we talk about?
We don't have Kane with us today to give us a topic.
Okay, hold on. Why don't I check about the Gargura thing? Because if that, I don't think it happened.
The Gargura thing?
If it did happen, I think it would be important to know this.
I think it would be important for culture and us as a species to be aware of that.
Hololive Productions at Hololive EM on X. Gargura saying, "Take me out to the ball game for us at the bottom of the 7th inning." Hashtag Let's Go Dodgers.
No.
Seriously? Like,
no.
I'm not tripping right now, am I?
Got it on the Jumbotron and everything. Holy hell. It's real.
What did they have to pay to get this in here? Wow.
Actually insane.
I mean, with stuff like the Dome, how many VTubers do you think they put on the Dome in Las Vegas?
I don't know. Hello, Azariuba. We have a bit of a special stream going on. I actually have Mirrac, our DM for D&D, who is on site, on location with me today.
I'm physically here in the room. I can put my hand on his shoulder. I'm not like a couple time zones away. It's handy. I don't have to worry. I mean, I think the biggest problem sometimes when we do D&D streams is that there's a bit of latency between what everyone is saying, so
yeah.
I'm a bit more hesitant to like butt in.
Right.
But, you know, I think we make do, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Excited to be here. I'm excited to see.
It's the first time we've ever Pumpkin's asking how late. I usually go till a little past 11 with these, so I imagine it'll probably be about the same.
Oh yeah.
Indeed. You cannot hear it, unfortunately.
Oh, but that's alright, I'll be okay.
And if I put it through my speakers, I'd get some wacky feedback.
This is for the best.
For the best.
Or, you know, we could just like rip apart the headphones and sandwich our heads in between them.
Yeah, I'd definitely be able to play at the top of my abilities if we did that.
You hear it alright?
You're hearing this, right? Face plants into spikes. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Well, I suppose at this point we could probably go ahead and get started, because I'm just going to be warming up anyways, going through these earlier rooms.
So this is this the straight up last level on Celeste, or?
This is Summit, so it's the end of the original game.
Yeah, besides Farewell, but that doesn't, we don't.
Well, there's also Core as well, so that's a thing.
But that's barely a level. I mean, I guess it has. I don't know. It felt way shorter. Okay, well,
don't worry about it.
But it felt like it had a lot less content than everything else, and it wasn't like story motivated at all.
Right.
It was really just like an animation between what would now be Summit and Farewell.
Alright, it's good to see that this room is going just as poorly as usual. There we go. Really?
I understand your disdain for the rhythm garbage. It is pretty hellish.
There we go.
There we go.
See, I finally worked out the timing on that a few streams ago, but
you can just cut it underneath it.
I always cut underneath it.
Is there any point to going up there or not?
Not that I know of. I mean, some people might find it an easier one, but I don't.
I mean, you gotta deal with more of these weird blob dudes, so probably not.
I actually meant to practice that room a second time, but I guess we'll leave it. That room back there is fine.
This is enough. This is
This room is sometimes... I have a plan on this room, and it's... I'll try and point it out to you. When you see the dust bunny, this one on the bottom go up to the left, that's when you can make the dash. Oh. And usually this one comes out from underneath you as you're doing it.
Oh. Glad to see you have it all mapped out.
Now, I will say, if you get the timing wrong, if you get the timing off, it will mess it up. But never believe how much we watch this guy.
I can imagine. I mean, we went through Farewell at the same time until I just couldn't get the Crystal Hearts anymore. It was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah. We were originally gonna do Farewell together, but I had gotten all of the Crystal Hearts ahead of time, and I had not.
I did not. I play about as much as the game as I'm willing to. Leo is much more about the completion stuff. Let's put it that way. And that is A-okay.
I'll do this one more time. I mean, to be honest, as it will probably be a few more streams before I get this Golden Berry. It's just hard. This level is long.
If we get to the Golden Berry tonight, we're gonna do the Social Security reveal early. All I can say. I don't know whose Social Security it'll be, but it's gonna be revealed.
Hey, welcome to the stream, CD.
CD.
I'm not sure if you've probably noticed, but we have, since we've got Mirrac on site, he's doing some color commentary.
I'm pretty jazzed to be here.
Speaking of Mirrac being on site, we are actually working on plans right now, and I can't guarantee anything, but to do something co-op Hollow Knight related, and that'll be the other stream I do while Mirrac is here. That'll probably happen sometime early next week if it happens. I'm hoping. And then what I'll do for next week is just concentrate the usual streams to later in them. So we'll do tonight's stream with Mirrac, hopefully a Hollow Knight stream early next week with Mirrac, and then most of my other streams for next week will just be concentrated to the back half of the week.
What day is it again? Thursday? Okay, cool. Yeah, the days are blurring by. Especially since I've been on vacation. I've been back and forth between many different states, which I will not name, but they happen to rhyme with Cincinnati, Ohio. I think the fatigue is starting to just wear down on my brain.
Starting to melt a little bit.
That and Flying United.
It can't be worse than Frontier.
I guess not. I don't know. I don't want Frontier.
I'm a personal Frontier hater.
Probably the best. I mean, Rattling's just crap right now anyway.
That's true.
It's not a good scene. I was thinking the whole time, what if I just become a pilot and then I don't have to deal with this garbage?
Yeah. I forgot for a moment how I set my routing up on this room, but I've mostly remembered at this point.
You got the door. Don't the tendrils feel weird? I feel like they're a little unnecessary.
What's up?
The tendrils, like the little danglies that poke out of the ground.
Like
yeah, these boys.
Oh, those are annoying.
I mean, but are they though? You're only gonna touch them once in theory.
The goal is to only touch them once. They're basically to prevent you from like backtracking.
That seems mean-spirited.
This
whole
is
game
Celeste.
is mean-spirited, yeah.
I was like, the developer has said on record that they literally changed the games that you could die after getting a Crystal Heart. It was not originally possible.
Bastards. Wait, so when I didn't actually go back and get as many Crystal Hearts. Like, I tried. I think I got the first gate. I got the 4 necessary to open the first gate, and then it was like 15 units afterwards. You have to get the Crystal Heart and then beat the level. You have to do that without dying, or do you just have to run?
Crystal Heart is almost always at the... No. Okay. So there's the A-side Crystal Hearts, which are just collectibles. You get them once during... They're hidden away. You get them once during the level, and that's that. The rest of the B and C-side Crystal Hearts are the end of the level.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should have just done some B-sides, I don't know.
Yeah, it really might have been better. For a quick briefing, I've already had my nightly RE7, but my Wi-Fi is bringing cringe again, so I'm on my brother's PC while he's at a concert. Also very tight. Yeah, no worries, CD. Totally understandable.
Good to have in the meantime.
We will be going to a concert ourselves, tomorrow night.
And then when will you and
that room more, but
Okay,
there's...
well.
The problem with practicing that room is you can never tell if you've got the room done until right before. Vampire Weekend, and I am being a little bit silly.
Oh, I mean,
I wouldn't do that in an actual run, I just got distracted.
just looks away and starts looking at chat. Do you do that while you have the strawberry? I think I'll just be like, Leo! My God!
It's happened before. There's, on the bingo, there's death to reading chat for that very instance.
Boy.
I don't know if you've noticed, but for whatever reason, whenever I use this controller, my mouse will move just ever so slightly in the bottom of my screen.
Oh.
Like it wasn't all the way over there before. Normally this room is just fine, but I had a couple deaths to it last stream, which is why I was a little... So now I'm a little bit more afraid of it than I should be.
Well, I don't know why Madeline decided to do that in that order. Yeah, here, let me take you over here first. Just give you the scenic one.
Could have just gone straight up.
I mean, that's why she's called Madeline, I guess. I like the idea that even though you're like friends with her by the end of it, she's still just kind of an asshole to you. Like, I said I would help you. I never said how much help it would be.
That was weird, a little bit. Okay, we'll call that good. And so I'm basically going to do the last 4 checkpoints just in practice, and then we'll start doing actual attempts.
Oh, yeah.
This has been what I've been doing lately, because I kind of have to actually... I'm getting this far into the level so infrequently that I have to be good at it when it does happen. Normally I wouldn't practice that room a second time, but...
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
I flubbed the direction on that final input once. I played Hope on Spotify today, and Practical Gangster Food after. I know I said I wasn't a fan of the album, but I actually really like this song now. Amazing vocals paired with amazing guitar licks, solid 9 out of 10. I feel like I might give it a listen. Yes, please. I love that album.
Was CD not on board with Only God Was Above Us?
He really only liked the album closer, Hope.
Oh, weird. I may have a similar problem, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and revisit it as well. 'Cause I really like Connect. I like the little flourish with the piano. I thought it was very cutesy.
I love Connect. CD did not. CD gave it
What?
like a 6 out of 10.
CD, you gotta get your ears checked, man. That is peak.
That is peak.
No, I mean teach them wrong,
Of course, yes.
You're wrong, so.
You're to each their own. To be wrong.
Yeah. No, you can have your own wrong opinion.
I did not connect with Connect.
That's on you, buddy. All I'm saying. The wind chamber. If only there was a dog who could bang this.
For context, earlier we were talking with Whiskers, and he mentioned putting a dog in a wind chamber.
Like them aerodynamics. Do you think that's what they did when they first did like Greyhound racing? They were like, okay, which dog is the fastest? We gotta do some serious testing, okay?
The spacing on this room, this screen is a little awkward sometimes.
What's with the weird ball being launched? Is that Oshiro or is that just a blob?
It's just blobs of snow. I don't really... This level, I feel like, it does look pretty...
Whoops.
Yeah, so see, that's what I was talking about with my cursor unexpectedly entering certain areas of the screen. Let's hope that's the first time it's actually interfered with the run, but let's hope that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen specifically during the goal, but
Yep,
the Golden Betty.
indeed.
There's no Golden Berry for Farewell, is there?
Oh, there's a golden berry for Farewell.
Really?
Yep. I think there's an online record of everyone who's ever gotten it, and I think it's only like 600 people in total.
By the time we're done with that, you'll be one of those 600.
If I don't give up. This shit's hard, man.
No, I know.
There is a non-zero chance that never happens on this channel. Alright, I think I'm done practicing that room. This one is not terrible if I'm not being bad. But sometimes I am, so you know. I knew This is not savable. If that happens in a run, it's not safe. That's the wrong block.
Oh.
You have to carry the other block all the way through. I was gonna see if I could do a corner boost right there.
Nope.
Technically, I think that might be possible, but I'm not good enough at Celeste for it.
Where's the wave jump at?
The wave jump. I don't want to do wave jumps. Alright, see, that's the right move right there.
And let it go through and then bring it up.
Yep, like that.
Here's the roof. The roof.
These block puzzles can be pretty irritating sometimes as well. So by the way, this room right here is my personal best on this level.
Like the best level you have on?
The farthest I've ever made it into the level.
Oh. Okay.
With the golden berry. If that wasn't obvious.
Oh, yeah,
Okay. Actually,
Fucking hell. No, this is incredibly. I mean, sure, you could say skill issue, but why would you? Unless you were some sort of.
unless you were my chat.
No. Or anyone's chat, I think. I think it's just tradition at this point. Of pissing people off.
That berry over there on the left is one of the hardest berries in the base game, by the way. It's that one's actually miserable.
The spikes are on.
Indeed.
Very spiky now. Do they ever? Is there like an explanation for why Celeste Mountain is the way it is?
Something about the heart of the mountain. It's very poor. It's just the mountain has a mind of its own. Something.
Oh, okay. So it's not important what you're doing.
Not really.
I'll do that as a minute. Still got some cool visuals over it.
If nothing else.
Cool visual huh? They say the travelers never return from Celeste Mountain.
Indeed. Oh, and did I mess it up?
Oh,
No, we're fine.
Hold it up.
It's good to know that room's a bit more forgiving than I thought it was, though.
Just crazy enough to work.
Alright, do I remember the movement here? Yes. Nope. Nice. All I gotta do is do that in a run.
Well, yeah, but that didn't. There are worse things. I'd say. I mean, I'm only an onlooker, so I can't say for certain. But you know, I've been through these sections.
So the big problem in general is the length of this level.
Yeah.
It's not. Oh Jesus. It's not like these rooms are that. Most of them are not that difficult in and of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you completed farewell. That's your standard of good. So.
The biggest indicator of whether or not a golden berry is going to be challenging is how long the level is. Which is why Celeste is also, which is why Farewell is also still the hardest golden berry. I'm gonna go ahead and move on from there. To be honest, I'm actually not feeling too bad about this next segment up here for the Mirror Temple revisit, because this one's not. Honestly, I don't feel like this one is as hard as some of the other stuff.
It doesn't look like it at the very least, but you know, maybe that will change.
All that good there.
Yeah.
Don't think I need to practice that room.
This one's the. That doesn't look too bad.
It's not bad. As I said,
There you go.
I've just eaten the longest grape I've ever seen. Oddly specific, but okay.
Picture it didn't happen. How long is this grape we're talking? Oh shit.
I meant to. I don't know why. I was trying to get further over left there, but
Come on, Leo. This is slower than the other rhythm section you were doing.
yeah. I just gotta remember it properly.
Rhythm game. Well, that's what Path of Pain is. Goldenberry Path of Pain. What?
I think Path of Pain is marginally easier to do hitless than most of the Celeste stuff.
Really? Huh.
In general. Maybe not all of it.
I mean, there are definitely people who have done it. And I mean, it's not a jumping puzzle game, so it makes sense that they're only the hardest jumping puzzle you could have would be not
Alright,
as
we'll call
good.
that fine.
You got.
Yes. And then in we go.
Oh man.
That's only one room in here so far that's giving me trouble. And to be honest, I don't...
Is it this one?
No, it was the last... I said so far today is what I meant.
Oh,
Only
okay.
one room has given me trouble. There we go. Might try this one one more time just in case, just because some of these dashes... Okay, I moved up too early there. I'm just proving my own point, though.
Practice makes perfect.
There we go.
It also makes you less likely to want to split your skull when you lose after having gotten to 2,500 meters for a golden berry.
We'll call that good. That one's not that hard. So what we do here is this. No. But how do I do this? How do I do this?
No, I think you had the right idea. Just up instead of...
No, okay. You don't want to use momentum there. That's the difference.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so you wait until it comes to a stop, and then you do that.
Yeah, there we go. Safe.
That's the safest way. This is probably one of the only hard rooms in this part.
Yeah. After Leo gets all the golden berries, he's just gonna go back and speedrun all of them.
You know, there's a category called 202 berries in
I'm not quite sure I want to know. It sounds owlish.
I mean, yeah, okay, that's not savable. Technically, you actually can make it. That gap is small enough. That gap is big enough to make it through. It's just not easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call that good.
You sure? Okay. Let's say maybe one more try. Didn't seem hard, but it's good to get like the specific pointers down.
True enough.
If only you had like a book you could consult as you go through this. It's so moment to moment that you can't really stop and catch your breath.
Yeah, no, and honestly, there's also an endurance part to this. Where it's, oh, I shouldn't have, I don't use both dashes there, I gotta remember that. Okay, there we go. Now I remember what I was doing there properly.
Hell yeah. It was pretty hype when Badland started helping you out.
What's up?
The first time around, I mean.
Oh,
When
yeah.
Badland first started helping you out. Also, what are these strange statues and effigies? They're getting more demonic as time passes.
Yeah, I'm not sure I fully comprehend the lore of Mirror Temple. Because it's clear they were going for something with this. I'm just not sure what. I mean, mirrors are a big theming thing in Celeste. So.
Yeah, what if someone evil shows up in the Mirror Temple? Does like the nicest person ever just appear out of it? It's like, hey, how's it going?
Honestly,
You wanna be friends?
that'd be kind of a cool plot move.
I mean, I'm sure. How many
I gotta remember not to dash twice there.
Celeste fan games do you think there are?
There are Celeste mod packs that are bigger than the original game.
Holy. Ugh. Is it Undertale? Is it just Undertale modded again?
Strawberry Jam is actually one of the most lauded ones to come out in recent years. It's just a ton of new levels at various different difficulties. What the fuck? Oh. Accidental strawberry get?
Sure.
I mainly just got distracted, but...
Definitely on purpose. This is it, the home stretch. 3,000 feet.
Alright, and some of these aren't going to be super necessary to practice because they're just these climbing bits.
29. What's that?
Those are the flags, the checkpoints, basically.
Oh, well, if we need it.
Yeah, not going to help us personally. I'll leave those first two to... I'll leave those two because they're not.
Oh my god. There's 27 left? That's what it's saying?
Yep.
Okay.
We are not that close to the end.
No. You know, despite what Madeline said, or whichever one. Madeline said maybe.
Oh, okay. What the hell?
Okay.
Oh, I remember what I did there. You just do this last bit as a dash. Yeah.
More. mess up here, it is not going to be pretty.
Oh, come on. Right, dash in the right direction, Brain, come on. Let's not do that in an actual event. So basically any of these check flags with even like slightly difficult platforming I'm going to be doing multiple times. That one's not bad. I think we can leave that at 2.
Yeah, it's mostly dashing, which is more or less. You just have to be careful not to accidentally bump the knee pad.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it happens. It happens a lot. I think that controller's definitely better. Oh, the Switch controller was not conducive for... It was conducive for me wanting to run my head into a wall, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't pleasant.
I think I might have used... Yeah, I get that. You have to have an extra dash there. Alright, let me remember how I do this real quick. No dash there, you jump. And you can go like that.
Dash.
Nice.
Okay. Come on, man. I'm throwing. I'm throwing all out.
Lock the hell back in.
Are you gonna do like a channel gamble for how many crumbs? Can you do that yet? Like,
I can do channel point gambles.
Do you do them a lot with these Celeste runs or no?
I have not yet, no. I mean, I've been working on this level, basically. It's really hard for me to personally set them up. Like, if I had... Most of the streamers who do that more often have like have the mod set it up. Okay, so that's actually a problem again. No, this has happened multiple times, and I know it's gonna sound like an excuse, but it's a legitimate thing. The fingernail on my thumb is too big right now, and it's catching on the buttons as I try and move it.
Excuses. Just get a nail clipper. You don't need a long thumbnail. What would you use that for? Plucking things?
No. They just get long because I don't bother to cut them.
Alright. No, that's on you.
Alright, after practice, maybe I'll go trim my thumbnail.
Do you think if you were set up to do something in the Guinness World Records, I don't know, most hours...
I didn't mean to. I meant to actually press retry there, but I accidentally
just make your way back down and then do it again.
You're so right.
Can you do that? Yeah, you can. Okay, it's not even that hard.
No,
it's a
it's
singular
not.
platform. Okay. Unwarranted concern.
Yeah, just wanted to get it one more time.
So easy, you could do it backward.
I dashed too early. I thought I had enough height there, but I totally didn't. It's better to be making mistakes like that in practice, though, because lock back in. It's better to make mistakes like that in practice, though, where it's just like I misjudge something, because then I have that information in the actual ones.
Yeah, I mean, presumably you could hold on to it, which is, I think, the biggest concern in this whole thing is that the farther you get, the less likely it is that you remember everything that you've set up previously.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, that's good.
Hence why I wish you had like a notebook or something you could interact with. Or you could just like watch back the stream, but that seems... I mean, that would work. Funnily enough, the streams just work as an archive for your podcast.
They actually do. Let me go read what CD sent real quick. I'm trying to log onto my online math course. Login will not budge. Is it like a hard-coded my specific computer or something? Common school system, exactly.
You doing summer classes, CD? Sounds like a pain in the arse.
Oh, there's a whole story behind that. Hey, I think he has to retake a math class for some stupid bullshit reasons, and so he's just over the summer. That's the gist of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Feel free to enlighten Mirrac with the specifics if you'd like, CD.
Just hope that you don't get to college and they have to force you to do summer classes, because it is not fun.
Yeah, I hope I don't have to take summer classes. I hope I can get away without it.
I think school doesn't.
Well, summer classes are available, but we're not like restrained.
Yeah. And that's good. That's a good thing.
Alright, this is actually the part of the level that I like more, the updraft section. Some, like, these platforming challenges are harder, but, like...
It gives you more leeway, I would say. You know, catch yourself, jump extra high.
Okay, good. We are going to do that. We are going to run... Basically everything from here on out needs to be run back a couple times.
Still, I wanted to make a point that I agree with CD. I'm in school system now.
Exactly.
College board sucks. I'll never do anything with college board. If you meet anyone who works for college board, I want you to slap them. I want you to reel back and just smack them in the face and say, "That's for college board, you son of a bitch." $50 for my SAT scores. Fuck you. It is hellish. I don't know why they choose to do the schools, or specifically like the AP courses through them.
I mean, they are the people who proctor the AP courses. They're the ones who design and proctor the AP courses.
Then why not have the government pay them?
That would be government overreach, don't you know?
What do you mean? I'm glad that I did not have to college board.
It sucked. Genuinely. We should hear a CD talk about the music theory test. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so to put it briefly, freshman year, Algebra 2 honors, big-ass semester, didn't get a piece of paper to write on. My dumbass 14-year-old self goes to get some from my backpack instead of just asking the teacher. Pull out a piece of paper, it's not blank, but it's actually my notes. Teacher walks by right as I do this, automatic 0, and no one on the board believes me.
Ooh. Ooh, ouch. Oh. Sorry to hear that, man. It's awful.
As I said, some stupid bullshit.
Thankfully, I have not been caught. I've almost been caught in such an amazing position. Because I just wander. My eyes just wander whenever I'm taking a test, and I don't. It's like, you don't want to be thinking about taking a test. You want to, like, clear your mind if you have to go back to a question.
Yeah, I'm always, like trying to look out the window or something. Like, I don't... It's not good to just stare at the test the whole time.
I would rather be anywhere other than here.
So I'll like look out the, but I have to be very careful to like look at points in the room where I know no one else is sitting.
Yeah, I try to look at my pencil, but I have in the past just sort of had a wandering eye and just been staring at the person next to me's desk.
Okay, so the spacing on those two up dashes right there is pretty tight. So just gotta pay attention to it. And then you'll see someone playing expert mode, Strawberry Jam, and they're doing like dashes like multiple times as precise in sequence.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it sucks. Just retaking the first semester and only a few assignments to go. Also just using photo math because I already learned this and knew the material.
Smart.
Big ups.
I mean, as long as you're good, as long as you actually do know this stuff, because I have tutored a few people, and a few of the younger generation, let's say, and there's just a handful of people who don't, like, can't do math in their head at all. Like, I don't know, I feel like some of this stuff is pretty simple. I feel like they should make an effort to have kids at least have those skills, but no, calculators dominate all. And I mean, they're not wrong. You're always going to have a calculator, but, you know, I don't know, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If you're going into something where you need math, you need, even if you can just plug it into an online program, you really need to know the principles, I think. Like, you need to know why the computer is able to do what it's doing. Now, not everyone is going to need to know that. Some people are just... And I like being able to do simple math in my head. It's more convenient than just whipping the calculator out in some circumstances. Yeah, if you are doing anything career-related that involves math, it's good to at least understand the principles.
Be a writer, CD. That's all you should get out of this, is just be a writer.
Hello, Squiddler. Why be a $4.99 spudge when you can be a big shot?
How's your pencil? Be a big shot.
Be a big shot. Be a big shot.
There's been no news about Deltarune Chapter 3, right? Because they're just doing most of the game, aren't they?
They're not all of... They're doing 3, 4, and 5, maybe? Or is it just 3 and 4 now?
Let me whip out the Toby Fox website. I'm gonna pull a Whiskers real quick.
I'm gonna pull a Whiskers real quick.
Toby Fox. Is it just Toby Fox website? I don't know.
I think Deltarune has its own website.
Deltarune Wikipedia.
Yeah, Squiddler's in the YouTube chat as a web. Which I think is a Bingo Square YouTube chat cameo. Oh, this is a short drop in. Alright, see ya, Squiddler.
Bye.
Bye. Let's go mark off YouTube. Let's go mark that off. Do we have YouTube chat cameo? Yep, there it is. Sweet. Nice.
Last update looks like it was September 2020. We've been working simultaneously on 3, 4, and 5. A lot more people. And then there's a couple of screenshots. Okay, yeah, so... Probably not going to be anything for a while, since that was almost 2 years ago now.
Right.
They usually release on a 3-year basis, but if they're going for the gold, then, you know, that's preferable, I think. I don't know.
I knew someone's called... So, oddly enough, it's Squiddler, not... I keep mispronouncing their name, but they spelled Squiddler instead. Squiddler. Kind of like the Riddler, but with squid in front of it. Okay, hold up.
Yeah.
That checkpoint's not super hard. Nope, go back down to the cloud. There we go. That checkpoint probably doesn't need... Okay, and now we're to the slightly harder part of the level, where it's still air. There's no... So we have no leeway now. Yeah, okay, I actually am totally gonna go click this now. Before we actually start attempts. Oh, hold on. Let me check what. Holy heck! Yeah, Ace Phoenix Gamer. It's been a while. How's it going? We got an Ace cameo. I'm shooketh. For real, I work as a cashier, and a month ago we were doing an event for charity. A lot of the times instead of asking for donation, we'll say, would you like to round up your total for charity today? Yep, totally understandable. I've seen that happen before. Anyways, a cashier friend of mine asked, and they said yes, and the total was something with 89 cents. Deadass goes on the calculator app. Oh heavens! Yeah, good to see you're still kicking, Ace. We got the reflections fairy. It is a little while back at this point because I've been on the summit grind for a while at this point, but yeah, that's where it is at this point. And this is just one of I think this summit is considered one of the harder Goldens in general, just due to the length of the level. Because I've heard multiple other people say that before, that what really dictates the difficulty of a Golden is the length of the level. Because by the time you're doing Goldens, you're usually good enough at individual rooms that, like, that it's not as bad.
We're not going to be throwing on miscellaneous stone platform number 4,873.
Exactly.
But there is still risk, yes.
Summit A is like top 4 Golden. I would think so. I would guess Summit B is probably also top 3 Goldens. And then obviously Farewell. Loaf, on the topic of work, remember when I said we hired 4 people? Well, I hadn't met 2 of them until yesterday, so it's 6! You've hired 6 new people, and you said people were already fighting for hours. I actually remember at Qdoba, we had a similar thing happen where our manager just kept hiring more and more high schoolers, and the older people on staff were starting to get upset because most of the high schoolers weren't that good at their jobs. And I won't pretend to have been the model employee back then or anything, but do you see my mouse moving in the bottom left, the bottom left of the screen?
Getting slowly closer.
I don't know why it, like, see, it actually is moving, and I don't know why. Like, I genuinely don't. Don't you dare.
Just stop recording.
Is Publix on a hiring spree lately? I went to the deli to get a block of cheese the other day, and the girl was clearly new. Are you also in a part of the country with Publix, Ace?
The better part.
The better part. Oh my god, I'm surrounded by Publix enjoyers.
It's a good place. They have pub subs, Leo. They're delicious.
Alright, next time whenever I come out to visit you next, you gotta take me to Publix.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they are good. The last few pub subs I had were actually pretty mediocre, so I think it just depends on the craft person, on the sandwich master. That's their title.
Sandwich master at the time. Alright, I keep getting to the top of, because this is like the last major hurdle right here in the level, and I keep getting to the top of this and not in like just flubbing dash directions. Yeah, because I think basically all of your dash directions have to be perfect for that part.
Get them out all you can.
It's fine. That one is actually recoverable. Mess it up. Okay, we'll call that good for now.
Bang, bada boom, bada bang.
And I'll do this little climb right here, but it's not that hard, so. And I won't finish the level because then I have to do a bunch of cutscene skipping. Nice. Okay.
The flag.
So, I'm gonna go return to map real quick and get us started at the base of Summit. Oof, that's a lot of deaths. And I am gonna go clip my fingernail real quick to avoid the issue I was having. So, fortunately, we've got Mirrac with us today to keep you all entertained.
Okay, here, step out.
Are you just gonna play it for a little bit?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, Mirrac's gonna be playing for a bit.
I haven't played Celeste in at least a year. Hello, everybody. I'm here. Oh. Okay. What's up? I'm here now. Taking over for Leo. Stepping up when he cannot. Oh, shit. Don't believe in me. This is not about me. This is about Leo. This is... Okay, I need this now. Boink. 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 Oh. Ooh. But anyway, yes. High school hires are a bit strange. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that. And I think Publix hires people young anyway. I think, back when I was I had a friend who was starting to work at Publix by the time they were 14 or 15. No, love is here to stay. For better. For definitely better. I do like streaming, but this is Love's calling. This is his shtick. I'm more than content not streaming. We were talking about VTubers though earlier. I mentioned the prospect of becoming a VTuber. I've had a few people tell me I'm a VTuber, but no. What does that entail? I'm not quite sure. Apparently singing Take Me Out of the Ball Game in front of the judges. So, you know, if there's money in it, sure, why not? Oh, I still think that is fucking crazy. Imagine being just like... Imagine just having no exposure to any of it at all, and then seeing this weird anime shark girl show up and start singing on the mega board. I would have checked my pupils like, did someone drop me? Was there something in that drink? Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I've talked with a few artists because I have one of my 2 roommates at the moment is an artist, and so they've actually done, I think, a rig for VTuber before, and I have talked about it. It's probably about 2,000 to 3,000 for a good one, which is exuberant. Okay. But you know, I'm sure it'd be worth it at a certain point. And you just have to get used to streaming as a whole, that whole concept. And you know, with the D&D stuff, I have some experience, but I'm not used to checking chat and stuff like that. And I'm looking back and forth and trying my best not to die, even though this is thankfully not for real. I don't have to worry about dying and then crying myself to sleep each night when I get to the end of Summit and have lost my golden berry after 4 hours of progress or something. Hey, Pride Month's over, but there can still be gay. And those are words to live by. If only Pumpkin were here, he'd agree with me. Crap. But it is nice. I'm glad I finally get to see a little bit behind the curtain, because I have not. Usually we're just all on a Discord call. Hey, you're back.
I am back. How's it going?
I got some progress. I died at least a couple times, but you know, you're back, and that's the way it should be. Disabled rat.
Disabled. It's time for just. We're doing 7 Deadly Sins stuff now.
I'm still trying to keep up with Four Nights of the Apocalypse, even though I wouldn't say it's exceedingly mediocre, but it's definitely
not.
It is definitely a filler on Shonen Jump. It is not something that is the most substantial, I would say. Alright, Leo, time to lock the fuck in.
Yeah, you always gotta die really miserably on the first attempt. I feel like that's like you gotta do it to get the nerves out, you know?
Drink some coffee. Just kidding, that'll give you more nerves.
I actually usually have coffees for this stream, but
because they're late at night.
Yeah.
A wise man once said, don't drink coffee at 9?
That wise man was not me.
But was he wrong?
It is Disability Awareness Month. Hold on, I'm gonna finish reading that message in a second.
Is July Disability Awareness Month? That's pretty cool. I didn't
know. Disability Awareness Month, or WE, and I for one am angry at the state of the world.
Hell yeah, nice. You're that much closer to being a punk.
Exactly.
And really, what better way is there to be right now? I mean, AI's taking over, corporations are shelling out big business ventures that take the shit out of small businesses. You should fight for what you care about, Ace. Fuck yeah.
CD has complimented Mirrac's gameplay commentary.
What can I say? I'm somewhat of a natural, if you will. Oh yeah, so it's running back through all of these stages.
Yeah. I would have died there if I hadn't clipped my nail, by the way. I just...
He knows.
I felt the, like, pad of my thumb catch on the button. I was like, I would have died there if I still had a fingernail.
Ooh, hold on. No, keep looking.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the 100-bit CD.
I'll give Mirrac the $1.
It's your contributions to keep the lights on here at Low Fark Tourist Enterprises.
At Low Fark Tourist headquarters.
Okay, if you became like a full-on big-time streamer and you had to make a headquarters somewhere, where would you make it?
I don't know. If we're talking inside the U.S., I think Pacific Northwest might be kind of my speed. like Oregon, Washington kind of area.
Oh yeah, Seattle. It was very lovely. I'm not quite sure if that's true because when I saw it, it was pissing rain constantly. It was very very murky and very cold. So I don't know.
I think it's beautiful on clear skies, but it is rainy a lot of the year. But that's actually part of the reason I'm enthusiastic about it, because I do really enjoy the rain.
Hell yeah. Rain gives you a good reason to stay inside, and that's what I'm all for.
Exactly. You know what's up.
Excellent moves, man.
I've done these first parts a lot of times. I wasn't playing very impressively while I was practicing, but when I am locked in on these first couple, these first few checkpoints, I do a pretty good job.
Oh yeah.
This room might go terribly though.
It is impressive when you see a streamer who's very good at what they do, which is thankfully what I'm in the process of seeing right now, not the opposite.
For now.
If you had to pick a game that you could, that would be the only game you could stream for the rest of your career, what would it be?
Maybe Hollow Knight actually, something like that.
That's definitely a good one. There's a lot of stuff you can do with Hollow Knight.
I mean, if the wait for Silk Song has proved anything, it's that Hollow Knight YouTubers can make content out of literally anything. I don't know if you saw the people that made Hollow Knight, like the entirety of Forgotten Crossroads in Minecraft.
That's pretty cool.
Nope.
I would love to be able to make like really epic builds on Minecraft, but I do not have the patience nor the technical skills.
Nice.
Like if I could make my D&D maps entirely in Minecraft, I would. That sounds like so much of a hassle.
That would be fun. Like a D&D campaign that's entirely in Minecraft.
I'm sure people could do that. I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure there are people who have done that. Not perfect day.
What's up? Perfect day! No, fuck off. I'm not... Should we bring Perfect Date back?
No,
Blaze.
please.
No, Mirrac, we could blaze through the entire game while you're here, just voice acted together.
There are... Actually, I can't say that, because I have said some rancid shit. There is some deep shame of mine on YouTube that will hopefully never see the light of day, but it exists.
Like on my channel or elsewhere?
No, there is worse stuff out there than the stuff I've said during our content. And that is impressive. It is horrifying, but it is impressive.
Like, it's not my fault. The entire state wants me to... Wait.
Florida, I guess? I mean,
considering recent developments, I believe in sawing this off the state of Florida and singing it into the ocean.
Don't worry, hopefully global warming will take care of that for you.
It will.
I ain't sticking around there anyway.
I mean, if you have you seen the maps if all of the world's ice melted?
Florida's just gone.
Florida is literally gone. I'm not even sure much of the panhandle is left.
Probably not, yeah.
It's all just super flat.
I mean, yeah, it's all next to the ocean anyway, and there's no hills. I'm sorry. At some point, Leo has reverted, so.
What's up?
Well, no, just that you died.
Oh yeah, no, it was a stupid death, but that was pretty good for a second run, so I'm not altogether mad.
Yeah. Getting the bad ones out of the way.
In general, I'd say maybe 10% of runs actually, in the past few streams, have even made it to Resort, which is distressingly low. But I was working through like the controller/skill issue stuff.
The fingernail.
It wasn't the fingernail back then. It had just, between the last stream and this one, it had just grown long enough to start being an issue again. And I know I say it in a joking manner, but I have lost multiple Goldenberry runs to my fingernail catching on a button.
Sad moment. Keep them in a bottle and they'll be your Kiryu Shikage. Reminders of your failures.
Holy shit.
Just every time you lose to a fingernail, you cut it off. Just keep it in a jar.
Holy hell.
mean, it wasn't that part that was bad. Don't get me wrong, it was very strange, but you know. The problem was that he was killing women and taking off their hands.
I mean, fundamentally, yes. I beat Touhou 15 last night and haven't been pushed this hard in a video game since I first played Farewell.
How is Touhou 15? I mean, I'm assuming it's Touhou, but why is there 15 of them? I don't know much about Touhou. I just see these weird anime girls wearing very strange, a mixture between, I don't even know. Did you call that like antique clothing?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Or, I mean, not much of it. I've seen Bad Apple, but everyone's seen Bad Apple.
Silhouettes
yeah.
as well.
I gotta say, the playing Bad Apple on literally anything trend was one of my absolute favorites.
Oh yeah, the thing on Reddit, I don't remember what it's called. What is the Reddit thing where
r/place.
Yeah, r/place. That was impressive. I don't know how they managed to coordinate that. But like, all the power to them. Just 4,000 people in a Discord call. Alright boys, take one.
They went through like boot camp, like multiple weeks of training. 19?
Oh my god.
All of them are made by one person. Do you want to know one of the devastating Golden Berry failures I've had?
Sure, what's up?
Skipping the cutscene too early.
Oh no.
Because it's just the retry button before it becomes skip cutscene.
It's awful. I think I get more depressed just hearing about this than I was before. It's like the world is so cruel. The retry button is right where the skip cutscene button is in Celeste.
Nice. That room is always a little bit sketchy, so I'm glad I made it through.
Who is this man? Who is the maker of Touhou?
There's also spin-off games made by the same guy. Ooh. Almost delayed my dash a little bit too much there. Alright, this was the room I died to last time. And I should never be dying to this room because it's not that hard. And yet, I do anyways.
The naming scheme is weird. It's Junya Ota, who goes by the name of the pseudonym Zoom. And the team is called Team Shanghai Alice, of which he is the only member.
I don't know why you need a team at that point, you're just you.
Yeah, just put your name in the credits, they'll get the picture. But believe it or not, most people don't look at the credits too hard.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're very into game design, which I absolutely respect. I think I respect anyone who reads the credits, who like goes through and is like, oh yeah, I love that actor. Jason Bateman? Fuck yeah. Fuck him in Ozark. I haven't actually watched Ozark. He's a good actor. He's the lead for, I don't know, you can call him the lead. He's one of the main characters in Arrested Development, which is a very good sitcom.
There we go. Timing on that room is a little wonky. Can I not fuck this one up, please? Woo! Nice. Ooh. No, that looks tighter than it is. I have my movement pretty well planned out in that room.
Oh, okay, that's actually a really cool idea for the pseudonym. Apparently, Junya Ota's pseudonym comes from the name he used in arcade stuff.
Oh, okay.
According to Ace Phoenix.
Yeah, alright, I got that. I get that.
Which every time I say, I will have to resist the urge to say penis. It's just been ingrained in us. It's been Pavlov in my mind.
We actually made it to Ridge, holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
I think I made it to Ridge like 3 times in the entirety of last stream.
You focus up, I'm gonna go hit the John.
I'm gonna go hit the John. Alright, see you in a bit. Yeah, we were talking about Touhou for a bit. I guess we're still kind of talking about Touhou. The conversation hasn't necessarily stopped. Oh, let's not fuck this one up. Yay.
Alright, this one could die due to timing on the snowballs. Eek. I knew that was gonna happen! I saw the angle I was coming into that ball, and I was like, I know what's about to happen. I know what's about to happen. I was like, I know the delay is long enough that I'm fucked. Still though, Ridge W.
What were the exact words I used before I left you? They were lock the fuck in. This is how you were paying me? God. In 20 years of being related to you, down the drain in an instant. Oh well. You did good, you got to Ridge.
Yeah! And that was only like attempt 3 today, I think, so.
What is it? LOLK. League of Legend King? I don't know. The second League of Legends.
LOLK? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that is. Is that Toho 15 or is that something else? I'm losing the plot.
Lost in the sauce too. It's not worth it.
I'll try not to. What does that phrase even mean?
Lost in the sauce? It's a reference to alcoholism.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up if you want me to, but
I mean, I know how to use lost in the sauce in context. Like, I've heard people do that before. I've heard people use it in I've heard people use it in regular speech before, but I didn't know where it came from. What are you looking at?
sorry, I was just checking to see if the internet was still on, because my phone lost internet for a second.
Ooh. Which internet are you on? Yeah, then it's that's the one that goes out really regularly. I actually can't stream on that one because it's too inconsistent.
Yes, out of its lost EG due to intoxication, endlessness, or being bewildered or distracted. But I think
Gotcha.
specifically the sauce is in reference to alcohol. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
In the meantime, I guess since no one has responded yet, I will look up the LOLK. I'm sure Google SEO can figure this one out. Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom. Oh yeah, it is Toho 15.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going to my great grandma's 101st birthday. Wow.
Oh, good for her.
Awesome.
1010.
Now she just got to get to her 11st birthday.
I mean, all the power to her if she can.
I just wanted to make that reference, to be honest.
Oh boy.
When I was in New Zealand, I went they still have the old Hobbiton film sets up, and you can go visit them. And when I was with the tour guide, they asked the question, does anybody know what I saw that happen, I was like, fuck no, why would you do this to me? And I was like, they were like, does anybody know how old Bilbo Baggins was turning in the first Lord of the Rings movie? And I was like, 111, and the entire tour group just looked at me shocked, like absolutely baffled that I knew that.
What, you guys didn't read the books?
They say it in the movie.
Oh, okay. I don't know, I only ever watched the first one, because I think when I found it in a indiscreet location, it was the director's cut.
What do you mean indiscreet location?
Well, Leo, I'm making reference to sailing the seven seas and searching for booty and plunder. But, I'm not quite sure how explicit Twitch TOS is about.
We've been more explicit.
Yeah, that's fair.
that one, I think the second Katua Shoujo clip I ever edited was Kane of the Caribbean.
I don't know. You're an affiliate now. You have certain responsibilities.
Alright, you're right. I have to be a upstanding member of society.
And also I have to be careful about what I say, because there's not 5 other people here to drown me out if I say something stupid.
That was always funny though, is when one of us said something completely unhinged. The rest of us were talking about something, and then someone like heard it underneath the texture and was like, "Wait, what did you just say?"
You said, huh? They hit the what?
Toho 15 is the hardest game in the series, in my opinion.
I've played most of them.
Congrats.
Good job, yeah.
I'm sure it's Toho, so I'm sure they're all hard, but...
It may not be Phoenix Wright, but I will not hesitate to clip.
Oh boy. The pressure's on.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not too worried.
So hard that save states are the
Default way to play? Save states are the default way. Rip.
I don't know. All I know is the name about the Toho player dodging the rain as it falls. I mean, how the hell... I've seen clips of Toho. What? What? Oh, shit. Oh.
It's all down the drain.
We gotta get to Ridge again.
You gotta lock the fuck in. We can't be getting to Ridge only 3 times in one stream. It needs to be like every other run. It really does, if I want any chance of ever beating this.
I mean, it will just take its time. It'll take as long as it needs, which is unfortunate, but it is the way it is.
It's just hard. That's all you can really say about it. Like,
no, Farewell's easy. Or
I don't want to be making that mistake again. That one
deep
sucks.
breaths, deep breaths.
Alright, you're right. Lock the fucking
In, out. I think that's... I don't know. There's one good enough. I never really got that much with my mouth.
Ooh, what the fuck? Okay, I think that's... Yeah, this is dead.
Oh. Too many dashes.
Yeah, I don't know why I used that extra one. Alright, come on. Mental reset.
Hard reset.
I think the problem... I'm starting to try and go too fast again, which is actually a huge issue.
As Mika said, relax. Take it easy.
Relax. Take it easy. For there is nothing that we can do.
He's got that range to him.
He does. I love singing Mika stuff because he takes full advantage of falsetto, which just makes singing his songs really fun. Oh, okay. I was actually not expecting that to work.
Was it faster, do you think? Or less risky, maybe?
No, I just actually managed to go further than I thought I was going to be able to.
Honestly, love hard games though. Whether an extreme-based difficulty or self-imposed challenge. Playing through Resident Evil right now and just absolutely kicking my ass. But it's fun nonetheless. I think I'd like Toho, but it seems like a whole rabbit.
So, here's the thing. I suck ass at bullet hell. I'm really bad at bullet hell games, just in general.
Is Cuphead a bullet hell? I don't think it's...
Not quite.
Yeah.
It does have... It is bullet helly enough to be really difficult for me. I beat the first Inkwell Island. The first island.
It was fun. That's a good game.
I will return to Cuphead. I fully intend to.
You should have the DLCs out now.
I know. I'm excited.
Even after its original release date was like 2019.
Yeah. Geometry Dash 2.2 looking ass.
Is there a Geometry Dash 2.2?
That was the most recent update to the game.
Oh.
And it was I think 2.2 took longer than the entire rest of the development history of the game. Yeah.
Imagine waiting release time of a game for the next one to come out.
I could not be us.
Oh, God, so exciting.
Please.
Just let it happen. Just let it breathe. Mountain of Faith isn't the easiest. It's the most accessible since there are no dumb gimmicks. I don't know. How much is it? Steam Summer Sale? $4.
This Team Summer Sale is long since over.
What?
Unfortunately.
Bullshit. It's still summer. Until September 21st.
What is Celeste Studio doing right now?
Mega Crit? Or not, it's not
Extremely okay games, I think, is what they're branded as right now.
Mega Crit Slay the Spire. Let me look it up. I'll check and see what they have.
I'm not sure what the hell is up with Slay the Spire 2, because I haven't played much of the game, but the visuals look exactly like
Okay, so
indiscernible.
I think I found out that what that is the alpha. I don't think that's gonna be the full release of the game.
Oh,
They're probably gonna do
is it like the GTA 6 alpha that everyone got mad at? The GTA 6 alpha footage?
I don't know what you're talking about. The problem. What they're probably gonna do is they're gonna release it like they did with the original Slay the Spire, which is they let out the alpha and the beta, and they were doing testing stuff with it before they
finalize the graphics. Yeah, I mean that is the best way to make a game, is to like polish the graphics towards the end, just to make sure it mechanically works well.
Yeah, I think more games should do that, but God.
Out of curiosity, Loaf, do you remember what is the difficulty of the hardest level? Are we talking across all games? Geometry Dash is what I think you're probably talking about Geometry Dash. I know you've beaten a demon level. I just don't know, I don't know which level of demon you said it was. I feel like I would remember if you said you'd beaten an extreme demon before. So maybe I'll go with a heartbeat or something like that. Because I remember it being impressive, but I feel like I would definitely remember if it was an extreme demon, though I couldn't remember.
This is the next upcoming game by Extremely OK Studios, which is Earthblade. An upcoming Metroid game platform. Looks like it'll come out later than 2024, so there's probably no need for release.
Yeah, makes sense.
Apparently that's in general style similar to Celeste, so if you like Celeste 1, play Celeste 2.
Exactly.
Alright, back in the city.
No, we are in the level 2 stuff. It's the dream platforms.
Oh, you got this. Oh shit.
That is actually technically savable. It's just ridiculously hard to do. In the middle of both was an insane demon. Okay, makes sense. Slightly underestimated, but that does make sense. Hardest level I've ever beaten is Theory of Everything too. So I don't they don't make that distinction for the mainline level. So I don't know how difficult of a demon the mainline the main level demons are considered to be. Also, I gotta ask you, because I don't remember, do you play Geometry Dash on mobile or PC?
How would you play it on PC?
Most of the best players play it on PC.
Well, yeah, but like that ruins the whole point of having it be a mobile game.
I'd say Club Step and Theory of Everything 2 are easy demons, and Deadlock is a medium. Okay, makes sense. So I've beaten the two. I've beaten 2 easy demons then.
Farthest I ever got was Jumper, I think. I think I gave up after Jumper. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like Jumper. I think it's a fun game, but I think after a while, if you get to the point where it's more about the time you put into a game rather than, like... I mean, I'm sure you can still have fun with it. You probably had fun Theory of Everything, didn't you?
I did. The biggest problem with beating Theory of Everything for me is I kept falling out of practice in the middle of it. Like I would tell myself, all right, I'm gonna lock in, and over the next week or two, I'm really gonna grind this out and finish it. And then I'd lose focus like a few days in, and I'd just fall out of practice for months on end. And so it was kind of my own fault that Theory of Everything 2 took so long. But it was an enjoyable level to beat.
I'm sure it was to beat, but
right.
I don't know. I don't know if I can do like the cumulative effort stuff. That's why I don't do completion stuff. Like
yeah.
I think that's why I love Hollow Knight so much, is that you can go through it and not really have to put in as much time. Like,
yeah, sure.
Time is only related to how skilled you are at fighting the boss.
Yeah.
You know, there's Path of Pain and stuff, but you know, that's also just a jumping level.
Right.
I think it took me like 2.5 hours or something, but I got through it.
It took me longer than 2.5 hours. It wasn't terrible. I think over the course of like a few days, I would put an hour or two in.
Yeah. What I did is I used the Hive Light method That way I can...
I did too, yeah. That way you're not, like, actually dying in the middle of the level.
That would suck. I don't think I had the Void Soul thing at that point. I think I was just sort of messing around there.
That reminds me, I should, when I... Oh, son of a bitch. That jump right there is really awful. I don't know why. Because if you position yourself too close, you'll actually dash above it and run into spikes above that thing. And if you dash too low, you just die on the spikes below it. And so, I don't... It's probably not actually that hard of a room, and I'm just psyching myself out for it. Sent it to you on Discord? Alright, I'll go take a look in a bit. I played it on mobile, but I actually beat the said insane Demon Hunt computer. This is actually my favorite level in the game. Would encourage you to give it a watch if you get the chance. Let's see if that showed up on Discord or not. There it is. Alright, I'll take a look. I'll take a look after the stream. I don't know. Part of me wants to, like, get better at Geometry Dash, just, like, get really good at the game, but I don't...
What does it mean to be good at Geometry Dash?
I don't know. I have too many ongoing projects right now, and one of them is this. And the end of this is not looking like it's anywhere close.
Not yet. Let's see. We'll push the envelope. And by we, I mean you.
To be honest, I don't think the Seaside Goldens are going to be that bad, because they're 3 rooms each. And yes, all 3 of those rooms are going to be powered. Yeah, but it's...
You'll get used to them.
Right. Like, I just probably need to practice each room a little bit, and then, like, just a little bit of brute force would probably be enough to, like, get a run that gets far enough in.
What? Okay, I'll read this out for you while you're doing it.
Okay.
So Japanese bullet hell fans have made a scale for difficulty that ranges from 1 to 3. The greatest Toho achievement clocking in about 11 to 12, whereas the hardest one Toho feat has been rated at 37.
So they made a 50-point rating scale,
And the hardest
and the hardest one that has ever been defeated is a 37.
That makes me think they had a bar set for the lowest one and not for the highest. So what would a 50 look like? Would it just be completely unplayable? Is there a 50?
Does a 50 have? Is there a sort of point of reference set for a 50?
Okay, yeah. It's specifically for Pro, so there's probably.
Oh, so there's other bullet. Okay, I'm seeing what you're saying now.
So what is the 50 then? Do you know anything?
What?
Scale is for Japanese STG. I don't know.
I don't know what that's an abbreviation for. Ooh, what the I barely made it into the dream block. I had an extra dash, so it wouldn't have been the end of the world if I had reacted on time, but I don't always, so there we go.
There we go.
I don't know why those final couple dashes in there give me trouble sometimes, but they do. Alright, let's not die to this room again, please. I just want to be back to Ridge. See, everyone else on stream has heard this 1,000 times, but because Mirrac is here and hasn't heard it before, I feel like what happens is I get bored with these early parts of the level, but I have to get through them to get to the parts that I've been practicing and actually want to do in a run. I hate that death. I've done that before. STG is the Japanese abbreviation for a shmup. Okay.
I like that that's what they abbreviated shoot 'em ups to in English. Shmup.
Shmup.
Shmup. Hey guys, what's your favorite shmup?
Yeah, I'm completely incapable of doing difficult bullet hell. Something about, like, trying to focus on that many things at once just, like, obliterates my brain. Sort of.
precision.
What the I'm very precise about dashing into spikes.
Okay, so I'm glad I gave shit to the scale, because apparently the hardest number to complete is a 45.
Is that the hardest that's completed, or is there an actual reference point for what a 50 would be? Or are they just leaving it open?
Well, I feel like you could say a 50 is possible as long as someone can do it, but then like, couldn't there be a 51? I feel like for a scale like that, there has to be a sort of hard limit of what is doable. Or maybe like 50 is doable if you have like frame stops or something, like that, I don't know, whatever the tech is that they use for Minecraft speedrunning where they freeze frame.
Yeah. Minecraft speedrunning tech is actually insane. I bet some of that is just ridiculous. I don't think there can be a 50. There would be so many projectiles that the game would crash.
What the hell's the point?
It's a theoretical. If we have to like get out a supercomputer just for it to be possible. Bring out the most advanced computer known to man. Just so shmup players can get their fix.
Do you think when like gaming or like when fucking things like SAO become largely relevant, which I'm sure they will. I'm not quite sure how soon that will happen, but I'm sure that, like Nerve Gear will exist at some point.
It's Nerve Gear, as feasible as the technology sounds, is harder to pull off than you might think.
I don't think anytime soon we're gonna be able to get Nerve Gear, but I think we're gonna have something approximate.
Just like a proper, more immersive VR kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, we have stuff like that right now, but it's just more expensive.
So, what made the Nerve Gear so unique and interesting is that it was actually writing the information directly into the player's consciousness.
Yes, which is horrifying.
It's horrifying and is something that we don't really have the technology to do.
Yeah.
We have, I think, to some extent, gotten like people to be able to control machines with their head and stuff like that. Like, we can read brainwaves, but writing brainwaves is a lot more challenging.
Well, I don't think you would have to. Well,
What was that, brain? What was that?
I think the reason it's called Nerve Gear is because it interacts with specifically your nerve endings and like your.
Yeah, it's writing electrical impulses directly into your nerves.
But it's not specifically your brain, which I think is the important distinction.
Fair enough.
Is that you could presumably. I mean, that's.
Do you know,
that's
like
the idea with like prosthetics
Yeah.
and stuff? You would be able to theoretically connect something to your nerve so that it would interact both ways.
Yeah. I think it's the connecting to the nerve part that is the issue, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we don't even have that kind of prosthetic.
You'd also have to just get an incredible amount of data on how signals like that are processed. Like, how does the body receive information? And they do actually mention this in SAO. Like, they talk a lot of they talk a lot about how to do this. They spent a large part of the development time was spent collecting the input data, like going around and testing out sensations and stuff like that, and seeing how does the brain respond to this, like, and what impulses would we need to send to elicit the same response.
The liability waiting to happen. But my point was just
Okay, fair enough.
if Nerve Gear happens, you think it'd be a big jump for it.
How so?
Well, I don't know. I mean, 2D as an entirety would probably be gone.
I don't think it has to be, because there's a level of artistry to games like this.
Well, no, absolutely. I'm not saying that these aren't. I'm not saying that 2D as a genre is not good or isn't
Right.
going to be useful. But if you can interact with things in a 3D way,
It's a different type of experience.
I guess that's fair.
I get what you're saying, but I think there's still a place for stuff like this.
Of course. I'm just saying specifically when this stuff becomes like the norm.
Right.
Like Nerve Gear in SAO was the norm. Like you didn't
Right.
need to have another console.
But I don't think a game like... Would a game like this be fun in first person?
Well, yeah, but you know, would it be 2D is the thing. You could make platformers. There are definitely 3D platformers. I mean, look at there's definitely 3D platformers. I'm not a big platformer. It's one of the few that I've done all the way through. I don't know. Just making conjecture.
Fair enough.
Because I don't think I fully I don't think we have the time, and I don't think we have the necessary resources to test it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, you fuck up, you're dealing with, like... If you fuck up, you really fuck up.
Here, let me just induce the sensation of having 1,000 blades stabbed into your cornea.
I think you'd be paying psychiatrist visits for centuries.
Like if VR tech was to come out tomorrow and they'd be like, "Hey guys, this is
again." Any game sufficiently advanced on a nerf gear would be expecting. Yeah. I think MatPat calculated the development cost of SAO at one point, and it was a number so ludicrous that no one would ever spend that much money on it.
yeah."
That being said, I think if a group of people came together, because like once you have that sort of sensation data and you have like an engine, a game engine that can fully utilize it, I think you could justify the upfront cost a little bit.
That's actually what Blizzard's doing. That's why they're screwing their employees just so they can save up to make nerf gear. Do you think do you think game producing CEOs, like, do you think they play a lot of games? Do you think I don't know, who's the CEO of Blizzard?
Probably so, Tool.
I mean, am I wrong? Blizzard CEO. Bobby Kotick. Do you think Bobby Kotick plays a lot of Overwatch 2?
Shangri-La Frontier explores the issue that a system like that would have a ton of What's shovelware?
I'm not that familiar with the game design. No more for the quantity of what is included rather than the quality or usefulness.
Okay. I think I get what Ace is trying to say there.
I think they would probably just take artistic liberties. Like, I think we have first-person games. We have, like, you could take GTA 5 and have someone interact with it like that, and you would still have a very well-functioning game. It would just be the...
I think what people have found over and over again is the more you put into a game, like there's sort of an exponential growth to the amount of effort it takes to make a good game with more and more content. I was a little spooky because I'm bad.
Oh, never mind. Bobby Kotick is gone. Johanna Ferry.
Like shitty Wii games.
Served as commissioner of Call of Duty League for Activision Blizzard Incorporated, overseeing league and business operations, product development, corporate strategy. I don't know. I think just being a CEO probably takes all the time you have away from.
Yeah.
It's kind of LinkedIn.
Interesting.
Yeah, it seems weird, right? You think once you become the CEO of a company, you don't need a LinkedIn anymore. You just have people know your name and be like, yeah, I'm the CEO of Blizzard. You gonna give me the job or not?
Either that's what you're looking for, or that's not. It could be like a remnant from before they got the position, I suppose.
Oh.
Or Toby Fox has a link.
Look it up.
Probably not. 'Cause, yeah, Toby's
He does his own stuff.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Got a Wikipedia. PDA.
This is why a game being as good as BG3 without being... Yeah. That, like, the more complexity or intricacy a game has, the more polish it needs to feel complete. And so there's just this massive exponential growth curve with the amount of time you have to put in, I think.
Yeah. Who knows if that will continue in the future or not. I think people who make games or people, who fund games are hoping that is the break that AI will be, that it will revolutionize the time and resources.
Yeah. Just to make it easier for talented people to do their job, basically. Finally back to Hotel. This is the inherent issue with these golden attempts, is that so few of them get this far in. Whether it's skill issue on my part or whatever. I mean, I'm not necessarily playing at my most focused right now, but...
Yeah, there's another person in the room. Who's that?
That'd be... Who is that?
What's that
Who could
fucking
it be now?
Who could it be? Nothing like mine. I love that Mario version of that.
Oh, yeah. I do love that one. What the f...
Holy hell.
I hate that. That was a pretty bad joke.
Well, Nintendo hasn't been great recently. I mean, it hasn't been bad. They're definitely doing a lot more, I'd say, comparatively, than Sony or Microsoft at this point. But that is the big deal. Yeah, prices per share, as it were.
Yeah.
Alright, take a breathing.
Okay, you're right.
You want some chocolate?
I actually have one right here. Maybe I take it after this run. We'll take a chocolate break. Most important part of Celeste runs is keeping myself happy.
Keeping that self-esteem up.
Because goodness knows this game is that, especially this part of this game is not particularly self-esteem inspiring until the very end.
I think Jerry is able to take their time because investors aren't breathing down their necks, so he knows this thing's gonna be great.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Like, imagine if it came out and it just sucked.
I think I would find William and the other one. I would just
William and Ari. William Pellin and Ari Gibson.
Come on. 5 years? You couldn't pull together a good game in 5 years? I mean, I guess. No, I
What I've heard a more insider person say regarding that is that Hollow Knight was put together on a shoestring budget and a lot of corners were cut because it was a Kickstarter game.
Yeah.
This is their first chance to really flex their creative muscles and make something that completely lives up to their vision.
Absolutely all the power to them if they can.
Exactly.
But if they don't, I'm going to be pissed.
There will be hell to pay for stringing us along. Nah, I'd like to. If there's anyone who can.
Yeah. It's definitely. And I'm sure that the OST by Christopher Larkin is going to be a banger as well.
That guy is an absolute wizard. What the fuck was that? How and why did I do that? Alright, chocolate break.
Goddamn.
This is bullshit. Yeah.
Well, in theory, I think if you're good enough at what you do, you'll be able to string along by your own using connections that you have. I think the goal is for, as long as possible, to stay away from someone who's going to take away your creativity.
Yeah. I mean, that's funny. Because when I bring up that a song that we're listening to is about, signing with a record deal or something like that to my parents, they always kind of poo-poo it a little bit. They're always like, artists always talk about that. But I think it's a big deal for someone who's inherently creative to make that decision to say, okay, I am because I can't, whether it be money or whatever, because I can't achieve my vision with what I have on hand, I'm going to give up a little bit of the creative freedom I have, at least temporarily. Because, I mean, if you really get good, the people in charge of the money will give you a lot more freedom to do whatever, but, at least in my mind, it's that kind of thing is a huge deal for people who are creatively motivated. Alright. We got the dopamine.
Eating is great for you.
Indeed. You can get into trouble with that, but it is good for that.
I don't think it's ever been enough of a problem for me that I've ever had to worry about it.
Fair enough.
Go on walks and stuff. Fellas.
Go on walks and shit. When it's not 100 degrees outside.
It's 104 days of summer vacation. I prefer winter. Sorry.
I do too.
Even during school, I prefer. Well, you wouldn't have summer during school, but.
I don't know why the longest break of the year had to be during my least favorite season.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do it if, like, the year's beginning? Because if school started on January 1st, then you wouldn't have all the deals with, like, the people who have late birthdays having to wait a year later. Like, I don't... That feels...
I think it's explicitly because people want to be off for summer.
But why? I mean, I guess... I think there are probably more people who...
I can't stream right now because my job has certain restrictions that make it impractical. Yeah, makes sense. It's really unfortunate, but it does make sense.
If you're gonna stream regularly, you have to put a lot of
Yep. I think if school started on January 1st, I'd have a pretty lame birthday every year. Yeah. Rip.
I guess it's probably for the best. Most people.
I'm very fortunate because I have a birthday in the beginning of May, basically, I in the past it has fallen so that it's like just inside the school year, which means that I'm like always stressed prepping for exams and such. But fortunately, and I was a little worried about this at first, but it seems like in general, CU's or where I go to whatever. It doesn't matter that much. Where I go to
University of California.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, there's multiple universities with that name in state, so who knows? Who knows where I'm going? But the university where I go, their exams end like just in general right before my birthday. Something like that.
But anyway, I was thinking a bit further about it, and you're probably right. Cold depression is a very real thing for a lot of people.
That's fair. Yeah. Really want to get back into making things. Yeah. I actually do long form YouTube videos as well, Ace. They just take me forever. In the genre of autistic person goes impractically deep into it. Yeah, those are always fun, I think. That is a really solid video idea just in general. I have a couple of those ideas like on the back burner. None of them have ever really materialized, but I do have a couple of those ideas on the back burner. That's a little. Yes, but oh fuck, I hate that though. Alright, lock the fuck back in. I was doing so well right at the beginning, and then it instantly spiraled.
I mean, it's just ugh.
Yeah. Like, and sometimes I wonder if it would be better to do practice at the end of the stream. I don't know. Or maybe like in the middle of the stream.
I just also don't think it helps the time you do it. Like, there's no way around it, but doing something late is probably not the best time to do something that requires a lot of concentration.
Yeah, got a lot of mental energy. I mean, streaming started as a way for me to get content out at a period of my life when I had no time to actually work on anything. Because at least relative to like YouTube videos and stuff, this is very easy to set up, and while it does require time while I'm doing it, there's a lot less of the like I'm not going in and editing and processing a bunch of footage and stuff like that. So it started as a way, it started as something that was a lot more chill. Like it was, like I didn't even, like at the beginning when I was doing those late night Hollow Knight streams, I didn't even have a, I just had a one stream title that I reused every single night. I don't even think I had tags. I had everything set up, and I would come home from work and literally boot up 2 applications and press start streaming. That was how it used to be.
I think given the choice between being a streamer or a content, that is content. This one?
No, the old stream title for Hollow Knight. It had something to do with getting good. It was something like casual scrub gets good or something like that. Of course I have to figure out things like what counts as Toho music, what counts as a music track in the first place. That second question, I've often thought about that in the context of like the ambient noise in Deep Nest, because there are some musical flourishes and like rhythm to it, but it's not like, I don't think it's a track, and it's like actually a song in a traditional sense.
I think usually what defines something as being a music track is that it has to involve an instrument of sorts with the effects. And I say that including voices and instruments.
Well, I mean, even with the Deep Nest stuff, that is strings that they're using there. I mean, they're using them as like the like a lot of the scuttling sounds in the background are done using musical instruments. So they're used as effects, but they are instruments.
I guess it's weird.
Okay, so what we're gonna have to do here is just jump over here and grab the berry real quick.
Hell yeah.
That's a little... Because I've done that before, and then I'm like, oh, please tell me this is still savable. And it is. At least in that one instance. It's all about knowing where you can save a run.
I'd say that a 15-second little trill still counts as a song track. I think you can rate it against other things that are much longer.
Right.
You just have to do it within the scope that it is a shorter track.
Fair enough, yeah.
Like, it might not be fucking Picasso, but it could still be a good 15-second track. You could still feel powerful when you get the W and you have that play in the background.
Yeah, I think there's some good examples of stuff like that on the Undertale soundtrack.
Which is all notoriously short.
On my really long elevator ride.
You see, that doesn't... That shouldn't count as a music. It's literally just a hum.
We have found where Mirrac draws the line.
I don't know, music is very subjective.
Sure enough.
Hold on, I'll read this. On the topic of video ideals, I just... and scrolled up.
I might have to go and... We might have to go back and scroll up to read that.
Ooh, survival Minecraft. Not playthrough. I mean, those are always good. You just have to find ways to make them interesting, because survival Minecraft videos have been around since the earliest days
Yeah,
of
a lot of ground has been tread there. Alright, if I can not fuck up this ring this time, that'd be so fabulous. Actually, if I could just not fuck up the rest of the run, you know?
That would be the ideal, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
That last dash is
Fuck,
always
yeah.
really... This one's just weird.
Oh.
It's really hard to get the timing right on that drop from the outset, and you have a little bit. You can do fast falls, which give you a little bit more control, but oftentimes not enough. Actually, hold on. I'm actually just gonna read. I'm gonna die real quick so I can read what chat sent. Topic of video ideas. I really want to make a survival Minecraft series one day. It wouldn't focus on farms or actually surviving. It would basically just be building. Okay, yeah, I could see that. I could see something like that. Oh, Ace has got to head out. See you later, Ace.
Peace out. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Have food.
Of course, I'd have to figure out things like, do you have to use all 16 colors of wool, or just one count? Yeah. You gotta... I remember having to make a lot of decisions like that for, like, Stardew Valley Empires and stuff. Like, what actually should count as points. And a lot of time, the answer was like, hey, here is something that we as players are doing during the series. And because we have collectively decided to find value in doing this in our playthrough, it should be worth points at the end. There's a very specific example of an addendum I made to the point guidelines, but I can't mention it because it's like SVE 9 content.
Speaking of which, I'm reading the bulletin right now and just noticed that you spelled neutral wrong.
I did. Nice. I'm sure there's places where stuff is spelled wrong.
Very impressive.
Where is neutral spelled wrong?
The gift rank.
Gift rank?
Yeah, it is. I fucking hate the whole EU pronounced as U.
Neutral.
Because I can never remember which order the two letters go in. And clearly I got it wrong there.
Like I said, very impressive. I don't know where you got all these numbers from, but I wouldn't test they're all accurate.
It took a while to make that. Like, to be honest, I knew most of that information back when we were actually doing the series.
You had to revisit it.
Yeah, I had to go back through and, like, remind myself. And to be honest, I caught some mistakes that I had made during the series proper while I was making the whiteboard. Like, there's a huge failure I made with getting sandfish, and that's that with my fishing setup, iridium quality sandfish were not actually possible. Like not even in the slightest. And I remember having looked up fishing zones back when we did the series, but I was not taking full advantage of them. And so I was basically fishing in the worst possible zone. And I was losing my mind trying to figure out, like, why am I only getting silver quality sandfish? Well, you dumbass, it's because you're fishing in the wrong zone. You literally looked this up.
It was probably much easier to optimize it looking back rather than the rush job that we all had going on.
Oh, of course. And, like, having redone this series, I can point to, having gone back through and actually edited it, I can point to so many places and be like, wow, it would have been so easy to optimize this, that, or the other, or if I had thought about it at the time and I had done it like this, it would have been so much better. But, like, back during the series, I had my hands full trying to, like, optimize it in real time. Like, it's so much easier now having not only the information that I had back then, but the benefit of hindsight. And so, it's easy to, like, get caught in a trap and be like, wow, I really wasn't being all that efficient back during the series, but what really mattered is how efficient I was being in relation to you. And the answer was not enough. It was pretty close though in the end. Like, all things considered, even though you got really lucky right at the end,
yeah, my victory was based off of factors that neither of us could have known until they happened.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not dash into a wall here.
Nice. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. On to the hotel.
I'd use every unique texture. Like, I'd have to find ways to use raw copper blocks.
Ew.
Blech.
It's just gross.
I mean, I'd love to see something like I feel like with a big enough build, you can kind of smooth that out by just segmenting it a little bit, like differences in color palette.
Or just use it as one of a very tiny pixel.
Yeah.
Those big pixel builds.
Yeah. But I've actually, CD has sent me a lot of his builds before, and he has managed to like leverage some really unique blocks before. We're back in Resort, which is cool.
We just gotta get back to the Merlin.
Again, here's the deal. Resort is probably my worst segment. It's unfortunate, but the whole timing-based thing just really makes this my worst segment. And there's a little bit of timing stuff in the form of the snowballs in Ridge, so that throws me off sometimes as well. But it's really this level where it rears its head the most. And so the big challenge is getting through this part and being practiced enough that I can take runs deeper once I actually do. No. Okay, so I know what I did there. Normally I'm kind of surprised to make it past the room before, and so I kind of pause for a moment when I make it through, and that time I just kept running, which threw the cycles off. I mean, I can point out the issues all day long, but it's not a trivial feat to be like thinking deeply enough to consciously make an effort to fix them during it.
Yeah, especially when you're moving at the speed you are.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, I could take all these rooms a lot slower, but I think I'd probably lose my mind.
Lose your patience.
Yeah. And that is a big part of it. Because it is so long, is having the patience. I used raw iron blocks. Yeah, those were cool.
I don't even know what a raw iron block looks like right now.
Yeah, it was kind of... It's a more recent thing. Like, I think it was at 1.17 or 18 that introduced them.
I think just all the textures have been changing for a while.
Well, that was post the big texture change that happened.
Well, no, but I haven't played Minecraft since 69.
69.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, yes. Since the incident.
Yeah, which will not be named. But yeah, everything has changed in lots of ways, and now they've got like dungeons and stuff underground, which is very cool.
Yeah, some of that 1.21 content looks pretty cool, but I also... I haven't really felt like a Minecraft update has addressed any of the core issues I have with the game in the time I've been playing it.
That's why I modded Minecraft, that's why. I don't think I've ever had the patience to sit down and make a Minecraft mod.
I've done Minecraft modding before. It wasn't like a ton of value I was ever able to add to the game. Yeah. I mean, I can add blocks and you can add blocks and items in all day long. All day long. What the? Okay.
Well, yeah, but will they do what you want, or will they add the value to the game?
Yeah, I mean, you can add blocks and stuff all day long, but in the end, that's kind of just doing what Mojang does. Just adding stuff for the sake of adding stuff. The actual new content, like the new, like, gameplay altering content that Minecraft adds in every update is relatively small. I don't know what it is about the ending of that room and me fucking it up so bad.
I think it's just distress. I think it just gets to you.
I think I've mentioned this. At this point, I'm fairly certain there was a controller issue. I don't know how much it was actually affecting me, but having that run of like 2 or 3 streams where I was just playing like the worst I'd ever played has really impacted my psyche after that. Like, I no longer have the confidence I used to with some of this stuff.
Did you ever play modded Minecraft or like a mod pack growing up?
A couple times. Nothing too expansive though.
I heard Tekken and Bolts. Those were the good ones.
I played RL Craft with Priest and Whiskers one time. That was pretty fun.
I liked it.
It went pretty well. RL Craft is, I think, a little hard to get your footing in.
Oh yeah.
Because there's just so much going on all at once, and it introduces, like, some pretty hefty gameplay tweaks.
Yeah, you know that thing that everyone does when they first get into a Minecraft world where they punch some trees? You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. It looks like Minecraft with a bunch of wacky stuff added, but it plays very differently from a progression system. And I think that's one of the big issues I've had with Minecraft's updates in the recent years, is it doesn't feel like much has ever been done to improve the core.
Yeah.
They add a ton of extra stuff. Some of it's just aesthetic, some of it does have function overall. But I think the core gameplay loop of Minecraft has not changed in a very long time. And while it being simple and basic like that isn't the worst idea, I don't think a gameplay loop that simple justifies all of the extraneous stuff they tack onto it.
If it had more stuff to do with that simple system, it would be better.
Yeah.
But they don't even do that. The last big change they made to the basic gameplay of Minecraft was the hunger bar.
God, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot because I was playing the game when they added that. But yeah, I get you could consider Netherite an extension, but all it is an extension of what's already there.
You don't need it to do anything. You don't need they need to add some more bosses or something. There's the Wither and there's the Ender Dragon and there's the Warden, and those are the three big paradigms.
And the Warden's barely a boss. It's like a stage hazard, more so than anything. I actually like the way the Warden's designed. I'm saying that as someone who I think the Warden is. I think the Deep Dark in general, Warden included, is a cool addition to the game. But it does in a sense feel sort of tacked on. In a sense.
Kato Shoujo's hit soundtrack in a sense.
No, are we bringing that joke back?
Oh yeah. That's all, baby.
In this one instance, I have a fix for that mistake. At this point, these runs are just hoping that mistakes happen where I can still fix them. I mean, you have a bit of leeway, but not that much.
I did when I summoned it.
Oh my god, for a while I was talking about doing something with CD's Kazuha Shoujo analysis on stream. Like, I think I brought this up to the Empire's gang, but I thought it'd be really fun to, read the OST analysis as if we were the Kazuha Shoujo characters. And I still stand by that, but the opportunity hasn't ever really presented itself.
Maybe for their next birthday.
The next Kazuha Shoujo anniversary or something.
No. We really need something we jive with like Kazuha Shoujo.
Yeah, it's hard to find something like that. That game was just so uniquely suited to our chemistry.
Which is unfortunate that was the first thing that we ever did together on a stream as the Empire's gang.
I mean, we hit the ground running in a big way, but...
Did we though? There was a lot of time where there was just not as much interest.
Right at the beginning, yes.
It was good that we started with Rinzuru, because if we had not, I do not...
I do not think we would have kept Kane interested. I don't think we would have pulled it off. We needed something super avant-garde like that to satisfy the hipster. Yeah, I delayed a little bit more at the beginning of the room, and that seems to have brought it back. Alright, well, I've gotten more runs to Hotel in the past, 15 minutes, so... Maybe signs are looking up. I can actually finish Hotel. Nice. What the f- That was if that had actually been the dash. That was a death to dashing in the wrong direction. That was a death. We've had some before now, but that was a particularly egregious one. Like, I totally would have lived if I hadn't fucked that up so
What would
bad.
qualify as the greatest choke in Celeste history?
You'll know it when you see it, because it's happened before. There have been at least 2 or 3 times when I have gotten past a very difficult room, commented on how difficult the room was, and then simply walked off a ledge at the beginning of the very next room. It has happened multiple times. I'll just say it. I put Nocturne at like 12 and now it's 4. 9-8 rhythm. We love to see it, baby. That game was so good. 7-4. 7-4's good, yeah.
Or 14, yeah.
What's that? Isn't there a 9 Inch Nails song with like a 13-8 time signature or something stupid? People always like to point at the 29-8, but it's really just 3 bars of 4-4 and like a bar of 7-8 or something like that. The Becoming, yeah, that's what I knew there was one.
Well, according to CD, it's their second best, so it must have been something that order.
It's a good song.
Unfortunately, I don't think any of us have played Ultra Kill besides Kane.
Yeah, the wrong Empire's member is around right now. The opening track of The Fragile is actually 9-8 in some parts. Ooh. I need to listen to The Fragile a few more times. I think that's just the force of the...
I'm not gonna think about it too much.
You know what might also help is opening the window, because it can get a little hot in here when I do the Celeste streams.
I'm gonna open the window.
Just make sure it's actually colder out there outside than it is in here, because it kind of defeats the purpose if it's not.
What's nighttime, so
It should be, yeah. It's been cool enough at night. What?
where I live, it's 93 and it's a thunderstorm out. Disgusting.
Oh no! Hey, Pumpkin's here!
Okay.
Woo! Pumpkin appearance. What's up? Rats.
That's us.
Ooh, okay, yeah. There's a good thing there's always a second dash there if I need it. Can I not choke this room, please?
Yes, Pumpkin, I'm afraid it's just Prince and me. Solo campaign, baby.
Solo campaign.
Kyle's dead. He Kyled his last buck.
He Kyled his last buck.
Nah, I'm just chilling.
And Roxed finally offed.
Once Kyle left, Rox was like, alright, fuck it. I'm done here.
And Shona was never gonna stick around for that long to begin with.
Yeah. Like, you guys aren't trying to help my brother anymore?
I wasn't really all that interested in it to begin with, but now I actually don't know why I'm here. Shona gets fucking shot.
It's gonna happen. One of these days, someone's gonna piss off the wrong person. It's not gonna be pretty.
It's a distinct possibility with this party.
I think, well, I mean, it's a possibility with every party. I'd say compare it. No.
That was ass. Not gonna think about that death. I'm just gonna move on.
Probably get to go.
What? Okay. Whatever.
Kind of.
Did you? What do you mean, kinda?
Well, Rox has blueprints for a firearm, but no one in the group has actually encountered a gun. They have not been built yet.
Oh, right, because of the stairway aisle stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like you found the blueprints.
I'm just gonna. There's a lot that happens that I'm not gonna remind you what happened. Like, let me see, where is it?
I'm awful about taking notes. That's the thing. Okay. To be fair, part of that's just a general issue. I'm miserable. I don't take notes very well.
Whatever you do, don't watch Session 17, 42, 24 to 4503.
How often do you go back to those?
Just once to make notes, and then I leave them, unless there's something really funny, like when Kyle and David met for the first time. I laughed my ass off watching that.
Okay, if you find stuff like that, you should let me know, because I can go back and edit that into shorts and stuff. Okay. Recenter. Gather myself. God, I would really hate to see a second stream in a row without a distance PP. Yeah, I need to not look right now. I've been way too distracted by chat this stream. Partially because Mirrac will start reading it.
Yeah, I'm just in the room, which probably doesn't help.
It doesn't, but it is still fun. Like, I wouldn't do this all the time, but it is fun every once in a while.
Yeah, just an occasional cameo.
Next
Motherfucker was right after the three most famous heroes. Ramsey's
Oh yeah, Pumpkin has been going on a lot of Egyptian pharaoh rants lately.
100 children. Is it Genghis Khan?
I think Genghis Khan was a lot worse. Well, I actually don't know that for sure.
No, he was a lot worse. I think you can tie back like a large handful of East Asian? Yeah, East Asian descent back to Genghis Khan.
Yeah, I've heard that stat as well.
Genghis Khan had 15 legitimate children.
15 total?
No, like legitimate.
Oh, legitimate children?
Yeah, so what happened to the other 4 more billion?
Yeah, you don't get into everyone's gene pool like that with just 15 legitimate children. Unless that's just actually false.
I mean, I don't know.
Who knows? With the internet, maybe.
I figured if he had a lot of kids, they would probably be widely publicated. He doesn't seem like the kind of shy. He probably had thousands of other kids that have lived.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
But Pumpkin, that's a sin. Wedlock. That's like the whole thing for these people.
I don't think it was as much for the Mongols, but
No, probably not. They were literally focused on conquering. They took pieces of fat from people's body, lit them on fire, and threw them at the people. I don't think they cared.
everyone of Central/East Asian descent is related.
And then you got killed.
How did?
No, that's not right.
I'm not sure about that. I think that was a different villain.
That was not
Hans, yeah.
I watched the first Mulan a long time ago, and I never watched the live action. I'm not interested in this live action.
I don't know. You know what? I didn't watch it. I shouldn't say.
Aladdin with Chris Brown, sure, whatever, man. If that's what you want, then go for it.
It's fine.
I think the whole thing with having stuff that's animated is that it's more visually engaging.
Yeah. Ooh, the dashes were a little off there, but it did work, so.
Work.
I mean, we're alive, and I guess that's what's important.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I just need to not read chat. Like, at all. Sorry, Pumpkin. I'll read the Pharaoh rant here in a bit. But we're in resort now.
Apparently, this guy reigned for longest of any pharaohs, which is 66 years. Which which actually probably was very impressive.
I did that. That is the second time I've done that in like the
quick
past
break,
15
quick break.
minutes.
Chill out. Just.
I am just gonna have the window open, I think, regardless of how, because at least that gets the air circulating a bit.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see how it feels. That's a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. I could.
Here we possibly do this. Fan the door open. Cross breathe. I mean, I think the ideal way to do it is to actually get a cross breeze, but then you get actual pressure differentials and moving here to the But I usually close the door when I assume other like just as a matter of precaution. Yeah.
I think of all the games we've streamed, Celeste is one of the more easy ones, so we're good there.
Oh no, it's pretty PG.
Yeah. It's just explicitly Kato Shoujo.
Kato Shoujo is the only one that's like flat out explicit. And Phoenix Wright is pretty much an all ages game. We just forced it to be something else. We are just the Empire's gang. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Alright. Then there's his military record. The Greeks called him Ozymandias. Oh, that's a Fate Go character.
Ozymandias.
That's actually that I know that name. That's from Fate Go. Congratulations, we've weebified it.
I mean, you could say the same thing about any historical figure that showed up in Fate Go.
Honestly, one of the biggest travesties in Fate Go is the fact that they made Cleopatra white for some reason. Like, because genuinely, outside of that major caveat, her character design is actually super cool, and it's done by one of my favorite character designers.
Let me see this now.
It's the guy who did the Danganronpa character designs, did Cleopatra's design, but he made her white for some reason. I'm still utterly baffled as to why.
Oh yeah, she's like very noticeably pale.
Yeah. Because, like, look at any other Egyptian figure in Fate Go, like Nitocris or Ozymandias, and they are, like... Ozymandias is voiced by the same person as Dio.
Oh?
Yeah. Yeah, like that actually, like, I'm like, that checks out for the most part. I don't know why they did that to Cleopatra, because it's one major gripe I have about a really good character design in general.
Also, I'd just like to say that I love that they did all the April Fool's little doodles for the Fate Go characters.
Yeah, it's
They're
amazing.
awesome.
They're so much fun. You remember when Kane, like, did a tier list of all of them or something?
I remember it happening. I don't remember what he did. I don't think
I think he and his friends did it for something. I don't know what, but
recovery.
the ending of that was not super precise, but it always is. It's a little spooky whenever you mess up a dash direction, because you're like, okay, how do I recover?
Gotta fix it now. Up and away.
TD's back on his own computer. Let's go.
And we are back. Go tell.
No, not quite.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
Other than these, the first two levels aren't that aesthetically distinct from each other, other than the introduction of the dream blocks was really cool, but in every other regard, they're not.
I love the aesthetic of the blocks, but it's literally just brick. This is just a brick house. And I even use the same stupid ass door latching key mechanism.
I mean, that's used in most parts.
But I mean, if that's going to be a feature in your level, you could make it distinctive. You could make like the symbol different or something from level to level. I feel like that's not too much.
I could see doing something like that. Yeah.
Like make it all colorful and rainbowy, like the dream blocks. Right? Problem solved.
Excellent.
Or make it so that instead of doing it normally and just moving the door, make it so that the door becomes a dream block. Extreme OK Games, if you're watching this, I'm great at game design.
Just hire Mirrac. No, I feel like that's only really, like, it's only really these first two levels where there's, like, a little bit of distinctiveness.
Yeah. And hey, look at that. Now we're at the
Now we're at Hotel. As I said, at least more runs are getting to Hotel now. We've only been, I think we've maybe been to Bridge twice this stream. I just hate this room so much. It's actually atrocious. And I hate, like, jump stalling on those things while I try and get the timing right. Because they're moving too fucking fast.
Do you think having the audio helps you with the timing or not?
I don't think it helps or hurts.
Okay. Do you think it helps with Geometry Dash?
No. Okay. I don't play... As much as I love Geometry Dash's music, I don't think I could play Geometry Dash levels with sound on.
Interesting.
It's weird. But it's there's just enough imprecision in how the beats line up that I don't think I could do it consistently.
I think I agree with that. No. There's been a couple times where I was like, this is just like a step off.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually feeling cold there outside.
Oh yeah.
We just had to give it a sec to kick in.
Alright, we're outside.
Can I not fuck up this room, Chris? We're big chilling.
Yeah!
Nice. I do overhype that room a little bit sometimes. There we go. Alright, and this room... Sometimes this room is easy, sometimes I just really psych myself out. Almost just did.
That's bad, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So
Almost
how far
got
did
you
you say was the farthest you got?
I'll point it out if I wish.
Okay.
It's
fair
that
enough.
room where you have to guide the block through.
Ah, yeah. Well, we've got, I don't know, however long you want to keep going.
Go for another half an hour to 45 minutes, probably.
Yeah. I'm sure we can get a good one going in that time.
Yeah, I would hope so.
The most defeated man on the planet.
I don't know. It's just I've had a string of Celeste streams where I've just been really underperforming, so it's hard to like be super optimistic about it at this point. I'm just like hoping that I practice enough that I can fix most of the issues.
That's okay, that's all I'm here for.
Once again.
Well, yeah, the Queen, you can't say Queen Elizabeth did that much, did she?
In her earlier days, yes. There's actually a lot, like, I was surprised at how often Queen Elizabeth was mentioned when I was hearing about the history of New Zealand.
Oh, do you like them?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, what if you just really hated New Zealand? What if that was her whole campaign? Just about hating New Zealand?
I mean, Australia and New Zealand stopped being a British colony a lot more recently than a lot of people realize.
Really? I thought it was like
It might have been, but even then, the 1800s were not as long ago as most people think they were.
No, of course not, but they were still long enough that no one is alive from those days,
Fair
which
enough.
is... I don't know.
Hey, Pumpkin, can you check when New Zealand got its independence? I'm actually curious because I don't remember the day or the year or whatever.
Like, people like to say that a lot, but within the span of a human life, a lot comes and goes, so it's
Yeah.
kind of, I think it's unfair to be like, oh, only 200 years? Oh.
That being said, a lot coming and going in a single lifetime is actually a more recent thing. Like, the rate at which stuff is being, at which humanity as a whole is advancing has accelerated substantially in the last couple of centuries.
1907.
1907.
What? 115 years?
Yeah, so
117 years.
I think there might actually still be people alive who were alive when that happened.
It is possible. I don't know if any New Zealanders lived that long.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
You know, the people who were affected. And the people who did would have been infants, essentially, so...
Yeah, fair enough. Still, though, early beginning of 19th century, it was more recent.
So what did Queen Elizabeth have to do with New Zealand's independence?
I'm not. She just made visits to New Zealand several times. Unless I'm getting the, unless I'm confusing her with the first Elizabeth, which I guess is possible, but I feel like it was the second. I'm not sure if it was specifically independence related. Perhaps a lot of countries like that still stayed pretty closely related to the British monarchy for a little while, even after their independence.
Yeah, I mean, they have a Union Jack and a flag.
Yeah.
But in a pumpkin that's almost exactly as old as the current oldest person.
Huh. Wow.
So yes, there could have been someone who survived that.
In theory.
In infancy. So at a time in their life in which they probably did not understand politics.
Probably.
Like me during the Bush administration.
Like me during the Bush administration. Yeah, who did that dash? Just, that was a little scary.
That's a...
I think that one looks closer than it actually is. Alright, sweet.
There we go. Inside. Once more.
There we go. And please don't mess up this round again. Just let me back to Ridge, please. There, that's what I was trying to do last time. Wait,
Yeah!
Ridge again!
baby!
Getting to Ridge is
Slow down.
like, alright,
Hold on.
yeah. It's not, let's not go too...
Okay. I don't know if I should feel partially responsible for that or not. Oh!
That's going under greatest chokes. See, that's those are the kind of moments we created that
Shit.
bingo squared for. Those deaths are what that bingo square exists for. Holy shit, why? I had a dash too, I just needed to dash again. We're also gonna mark off Leo Relax as a bit too early and Death by Reading Chat, which I really should have done ages ago.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I cry.
Cry a lot. It got to Ridge. That's
what's important.
It got to Ridge. I don't care about anything else. It got to Ridge. That is accomplishment in and of itself.
I think every time you die is like the despair I felt when I got to this section for the first time in the game, and it's like, I have to do the whole fucking thing again?
The amount of sheer despair.
It ends at 3,000 meters, right?
Yeah.
And that's...
So there are... how do I put this? There's essentially... Is it 7 or 8 total segments? There's this segment, then chapters 1 through... Yes, there's 7 total segments.
Makes sense. Each of the segments and then the top of the mountain.
Yeah, each of the revisits and then the top.
So it'd be 35,000 meters.
No, because it starts at 0.
Yeah.
So the first one is 0.
Oh, so the ending segment
is, I think, 3,000, but I could be wrong.
Because it would go 5?
Actually, it might go to 35,000, like, during the ascent of the final segment.
0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. 5 to 6, not more. My brain's a little fried too, I'm not gonna lie to you.
As Celeste does that to me, to be honest, like, I honestly get to the end of Celeste streams feeling quite worn out.
I get that, and I feel worn out just watching this. I cannot imagine how it must feel.
It's not easy. I can't overstate that enough. I'm not sure I really understood. No, I think I did.
What is the threshold for giving up? Just...
I don't know.
That's good at the very least, then. If you don't know, then you haven't thought about it hard enough to want to.
Yeah, the threshold is perpetual backlog. R4, C2. Alright, I'll go take a look at those at the end of this attempt. I try not to pause too much during attempts, that way I can like highlight the entire thing at the end and not have to worry about a big chunk in the middle.
At the very least, you are doing very consistently.
I have gotten more consistent in the past like 15 minutes.
Yeah, the last 3 runs have gone to Kronk, I think. Which is good.
We love consistency. It is honestly one of the most important parts of this. Because if you're not getting far enough into the run consistently, like, you're not really going to have a chance to, like, work through the nerves and actually put any practice you do into practice. Sorry. That sounds weird. But it's 2 senses of the word practice. Hotel. There is often a period, like, right at the end of Celeste streams where I sort of bring it back a little bit. Like, oftentimes, it kind of undergoes a very predictable life cycle, sorry, where I start with practicing. The first, like, little bit of attempts, I get some actual good stuff going, and then I get into this lull, like, after, like, an hour and a half into the stream where I just lose my ability to lock in. And then, like, right at the end, for the last half an hour or so, I get some better attempts going. I mean, I've done this enough to be actually paying attention to stuff like that, like how well I perform at different parts of the stream. Because a lot of this is a mental issue. Nice. Oh dear. I thought I might have gotten off on the timing there, but it was fine. if I can reset my internal timer like in the middle of a cycle, that's better. But I can't do that with everything.
That's
Yeah, outside time. I almost over-anticipated that a little bit. I hate that room. I really do.
It's a really annoying last second to get there. It's very unforgiving.
But again, more consistency. That's several runs in a row now that have gotten to hotel, if nothing else.
Yeah. That is good.
Am I trying to end that streak?
No.
I would never do something like that.
Never do that. Hotel all the way to Oshiro. Never. There's just a strange ghost on this mountain, and no one ever bats any questions.
No one ever bats any questions.
That's a nightmare.
I've done that before where I'm tired and I mix up two different idioms. Like I say the first half of one and the second half of another. I want to see if I speak prophecies. Loaf chokes next round.
Wrong. Loaf is definitely.
Oh, this... you picked the wrong room. This one's very hard to choke.
Get fucked. It is calling out before. I did learn about this.
What is?
Mixing up two idioms.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Allegories or whatever the hell you want to call them. Oxymoron, but for people who know a lot of sayings, I guess.
To be fair, it would have been actually very impressive if Pumpkin had correctly predicted me dying there, because that is actually a room where I don't die very often.
Thankfully she did. I think that's for the best.
Yeah. For my mental health, that's for the best. Like, you could pick a room where I'm likely to die and have a decent chance at predicting it ahead of time. But that was the wrong room to do that on. That's one of the only rooms I'm actually pretty consistent on. That's my dumbass last week deciding whether to say, hey, have a good day or have a good night. But instead saying, have a good date.
You think the guy walked out of there being like, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't.
Just freak the fuck out.
Maybe it was, hopefully it was a good date, CD. That's all you can hope for.
Exactly.
I think anyone who's ever done retail has made this mistake and just like, you know what, whatever. I'm trying to think about it.
The classic thanks you too.
They'll forget it.
In a situation in which it is not correct. There's a Tom Hardy song about that actually that I really enjoy called Big Dumb Idiot. I fucking can!
There's a big dumb idiot right here. Alright, this will probably be the last one then. Because usually the runs take longer than 7 minutes if you're gonna get to, what's it called? The hotel. So,
Oh no, we've got a little bit more time.
Alright, fair enough. Careful, it's food. That one hurt. I can tell that one hurt.
For that one person who did that with enjoy your food and careful.
Alright, let's talk about shit you like. How's the fake Ghost Summer event coming along?
It's fine. It just started today, so it's not like there's much going on yet.
There's a fruit stand, there's an Arctic playground? Not quite sure.
It's like a theme park thing. Like you're making an Arctic summer themed theme park. like it looks like summer, but it's like a hot climate kind of thing, and you're making a theme park out of that.
Isn't there usually like a theme park thing for summer events? I feel like that's something you probably
No, not quite. So last time they were on an island, and it was like Jurassic period for some reason. There were dinosaurs and stuff. And the time before that, they did it was like a summer camp kind of thing, like they're camping out by the lake, basically. And I think that there was one time they did, what was it, like a playoff of like a convention kind of thing. I think they called it Servant Fez. I think it was supposed to be a parody of some big summer convention they do in Japan.
Comic-Con, probably.
Like the Japanese equivalent or something.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. That is a good metaphor. Although I would say that I think you can use it in a situation in which it no longer becomes a metaphor. It's just a proper way of conversing what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there, we're gonna cross it, and then we're gonna burn that son of a bitch to the ground. If we're lucky, we can mercy on it.
So here's what I'm thinking. Oftentimes at this point of the stream, I'll declare, like, here's how many more rounds I have left in me.
No, okay.
And so I think once I get to the end of this run, I'll decide what that number is.
Alright, sure. Let's do it.
I'm still holding out hope that I get a PV, a distance PV.
I mean,
It's possible, but
in theory.
not if I play Ridge like I did last time. I have had an inordinate number of deaths to that first room of Ridge simply because I'm so surprised to have gotten there at all.
Like I said, you just need to take like a slight breather before you continue on. Because you're stressed out, you've just gotten through a very difficult section, your least favorite section, self-professed.
Yes.
Speed is the enemy of progress unless you're really good at it.
I mean, yeah, but I've said this before, a big part of the mental tax of these golden berries is how long they are. Which is why there is that, like, need for speed, like, oh my god, I just want to get through this. And it's not the most conducive.
You were so close to recovering there.
Loaf bingo? What's up with the bingo?
Oh yeah, he said C4 or something? I don't remember.
Let me scroll up and see what the I forgot to mark them down, so I gotta scroll up and find them again.
One was probably musical tangents, and I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, okay, so musical tangents we did get. Where is it? Okay, there it is. It's actually kind of hard to find my cursor on this.
I mean, it's just a clear dot, so.
And then R3C4. Oh, I marked that one off at the beginning of the stream. That one was preemptively marked off. What else did we get on bingo? Have we gotten any of these other ones?
Obscure reference that no one gets? I don't think so.
I think I've made any. That's it, I think? Okay. Did we ever... History Rant is not on the Celeste bingo, unfortunately. It was funny because you actually stopped doing them as regularly for a little while, and I'm not entirely sure why.
Probably just because she was coming back from work and was tired.
Perhaps. Which bingos do we still have Pumpkin History Rant on? Was in school, got depressed. You know what? That makes sense. We had Outer Wilds. Yeah, Outer Wilds. Rip the Outer Wilds playthrough. Oh, I actually mentioned this to Pumpkin earlier, but I actually just finally got Mirrac to start playing Outer Wilds.
I had a friend who had it in their library and we're starting to play. And I'm a little weirded out that everyone is just like a little goblin creature.
It was on the Phoenix Wright one.
I do enjoy Space Game Pumpkin. I'm actually very down with the aesthetic, although I think the first time I played it I was kind of confused because there was just a lot of goblin people with 4 eyes.
par threes.
But I'm definitely down with exploring games. Like Subnautica, I love Subnautica.
Ooh, Subnautica's on the list of ones I need to try out.
It's a good one. Subnautica Below Zero is worse by comparison, I think, but I still think it's worth playing if you enjoy it.
Gotcha. You know what I've always thought would be fun, and like I don't really think it's all that practical, is trying to make Subnautica into an Empires thing.
Okay, so I recently have found out more about it.
Oh, really?
Nitrox, which is...
What the
shit.
Alright, what time is it? 11 o'clock. We're declaring 3 more runs.
Alright, let's do it. 3 more runs. Come on, Left. You gotta get past Ridge.
You gotta get past Ridge.
Of course they're different. I'm just saying, like, on a larger... Whiskers compared it to Mario.
Whiskers
Galaxy.
insisted on comparing Outer Wilds to Mario Galaxy, and I don't think that's a good comparison. Like, other than the fact that they are both space games.
Yes. But specifically the explorative aspect.
Maybe some of the gravity mechanics are similar. I that's about as similar as I think they get, though.
You're saying solely by gravity mechanics, but
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I.
I don't know. It feels too different. It's not as
It
whimsical
feels
as
very.
Mario.
It's very different. I'm not sure why Whiskers made that comparison. I don't think Whiskers got much into the story.
No. He sat down and playing it with me at the present moment, so we're getting through it at about the same time. But I am enjoying it.
I mean, I enjoyed it enough to go all achievements on it.
How many achievements are there?
42, I think.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, though, most of the Outer Wilds achievements are not story-related at all. In fact, I think 0 of them are. Very much by design. They're all just, like, fun, goofy little things that can happen or that you can go out of your way to do.
31.
31? Okay. I don't know why I thought 40. Two more.
Alright, Leo, you got this.
Lock the fuck in. I remember there was this one Celeste stream back when I was struggling the fuck through, oh, hey, VR indie games.
Just to say skill issue.
Yeah. There was this one stream I was doing on Ridge where I was struggling so bad, and I made that ultimatum. I was like, 0, like, this is my last run, basically. And I made a distance PB by, like, a single room, and I was over the moon. Like, I got a single room further than my previous best, and I was like, I'm happy. Loaf, hot shot. The worst Outer Wilds achievement.
What is Hot Shot? Is that the something?
The something, yeah. It's related to this. No, not that. No. Completely different. The sun thing you're thinking of. Pumpkin, I told the Mirrac about the achievement where you fly the little drone thing into the sun. That one's not that bad. It's just a few tries to, like, get the timing right. Hotshot is sun related, but it is completely different.
You have to fly into the sun.
You have to fly close to it.
Ah.
Mika's Wrath. Oh yeah. There we go. Have you gotten around to all achievementing Outer Wilds yet, Pumpkin? Which was the one with the wave riding? I don't remember what it was called. Oh, Tubular, yeah. I was stuck on that one for a few streams.
Okay.
But let's not talk about it too much right now, because we risk spoiling some stuff for Mirrac.
That's how good I am at flying on the fly orbital mechanic calculations.
Pumpkin asked me the very same question.
I'm more of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. I'm not really about that fancy nonsense.
Who knows? Maybe you won't. If you ever go for it, you might not find it as hard as I did, but it's not easy.
Micah's thing?
No, Hot Shot, which is, at least in my opinion, easily the hardest achievement, I think. Tubular was pretty difficult as well, but yeah. To be fair, yeah, I was bad. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely was. There we go. Tubular is my... It did kind of suck. It did. Tubular did kind of suck. I think the only reason I don't consider it the hardest is because of how long I took on Hot Shot. Alright, that being said, I need to lock the fuck in right now. Ooh, that was a little late. I mean, it worked, but it was a little late. Like, that's actually one of my least favorite rooms in the whole level, and I don't fail it as much as I used to because I practiced it so much, but I still hate that room. Got very low on the screen there. I did not mean for that to happen. I almost ran out of stamina on that last jump, by the way.
I'm looking at the...
I do that sometimes. It's weird.
It's probably helpful because it lets you see chat, but it is just.
It's actually, me seeing chat is not at all helpful.
No, but like specifically.
Okay.
For streaming.
Yeah. Sure.
It's definitely not helpful for this. It's not conducive at all. But
in general, yes, it's good to see chat. While I'm doing Celeste, not so much.
Or anything very focus related.
Nice. Can I not fuck this up, please? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I... Oh my god!
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, that was I'm not sure if anyone else could tell, but that was a saved run if I've ever seen one. Holy shit. That was not okay.
Alright, fuck yeah, Ridge.
I'm gonna mark off saving a run after in a sec here. Alright. How the fuck do you do this? Okay. I got it. There we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Nice. That should not be that.
Done, baby.
That should not be that nerve-wracking, but it absolutely was. Like because I'm so far because I get to Ridge so rarely, I just so psych myself up for this. Like, every time I get here, I'm just like, my heart starts beating like nobody's business. Cause like, one little mistake. Alright, this is the farthest I have gotten today.
Oh my god.
Absolutely fucking not okay.
Holy fuck, dude.
Alright, if I get past this room, it's a distance personal best.
Okay, you got this.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Alright.
Distance PB.
Fuck yeah. Good shit.
I will not make it past this room, I guarantee it.
Oh, Leo. Leo.
It's nerves. It's nerves. It's nerves. I don't know how else to. We take the dub. Thanks for the bits. I don't know what else to say. It's just nerves. That's all there is to it. I promised 100 bits for a new PB.
Thank you for the bit, CD. Alright.
Alright, we got the
Yeah,
PB.
you got the
We got the PB.
That is what is important. Slow but
Fucking
secure progress.
fuck.
Yeah, it's like a Flappy Bird arcade machine all over again.
Oh my god. I cannot stress just how bad my nerves got right there at the
And
end.
after so much,
It
after
doesn't.
the whole rigmarole with the snowball and the dodge.
If that run had been like that would have been a run for the history books if it was actually the one that made it all the way.
Absolutely.
There were some of that had some of the most clutch moments. Like I had to fight tooth and nail for that PB. Proceeds to BB by one room every time, collecting $100 from me over the next few months. I've got that's the play right there.
Oh shit. Oh.
Again, even when I fuck this room up, it's hard to actually die to it. Therefore, why it was the worst. I do not think there is a run in this level. There is a room in this level that is more safe than that room. Like, had I actually died there, I would have believed Pumpkin.
Alright, back to the ground.
Yep. I'm still actually shaking a bit from that run. This is not a joke, not even a little bit.
No, I don't doubt it. That's how I felt after we did P5.
Yeah. I don't know why. I'm glad I got it through that room, because when I got through that room, because I had just like the moment I entered it, I had this premonition like you're gonna lose this run here. Like completely baseless premonition, like you're just gonna it's over. It's over for you. I do have a bad history with messing that room specifically up in devastating ways. Even though it's not that bad of a room. Oh my god. I mean, I'm glad that run PB'd, but fuck that run. Shaved a year or two off the end of my life. So I want to do another one just because of how awful that was.
That was pretty shit, yeah. Let's do one more.
Alright, but no matter... Okay, the caveat there is that no matter how bad this run is, there's no more.
This is the one.
Yeah. I mean, as we said, we got the distance PB, even if it was by a single room, and that's what's important. Now, to be fair, I did die to one of the harder rooms in that segment, in my opinion. But yeah, I was shaking too much to do precision movement, because that's how I routed that room out. Like, I'm not doing a ton of excess movement. I'm just shifting around back and forth on the block. And I was shaking too much for precision movement right then.
Let me just make this. Getting ever so slightly more sketchy as time passes. It's like every now and then you'll see a little blip.
Yeah.
Is definitely 1 to 2 minutes. I'm gonna put you to that.
I'm gonna put
the clock out.
I mean, I guess put it on for 1 minute at this point because it'll have been a sec since you had to get the phone out and stuff.
All right. If Loaf is still alive by 11:16 at 50 seconds,
I don't know. Something will happen.
We'll do a little dance.
Little jig. Get a little boogie with it.
Or he could just like stand in one place.
Yeah, it's just little. It's just when does one of the little mistakes come at a place where I can't bring it back? It's gonna be this room. Please. Okay, we brought it back.
Great.
I'm just starting to doubt every little thing I do. Oh, Alright, there we go. How was it?
We're off by about 14 seconds, so technically, I don't fucking know. He said 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
We're so Joe.
It's fine. We got the distance PB, and to be honest, my nerves were too shot after that to really bank on anything else.
Good shit, Lo.
It's over. That's the end of a Celeste stream. Okay. Stream schedule's still a little weird. We still see these bits. We're sealing all of CD's bits with this one. So, again, not a ton of progress. I thought the ending, the last half an hour of that stream was a bit more promising.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I ended on a high note at the very least, even if it was just a really small one. But stream schedule. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but you need to, yeah, if you come up with something good, Pumpkin, feel free to just do it. My new coworkers steal my hours and y'all steal my money. Can't win. Stream schedule's going to be a little bit more inconsistent. Beginning of next week, I'm going to try and do a Hollow Knight stream with Mirrac involved in some way. Other than that, I think I'm going to probably just try and push most of the regularly scheduled streams until later in next week. So for the moment, the only thing we have on the plan is something early next week, Hollow Knight related with Mirrac. I can't promise that that's going to happen, but I'm going to try and make it work. And then regular streaming will probably resume next Thursday night, as in a week from today. So, with all of that said, I'd like to thank everyone who dropped by, Squiddler VR Indie Games, CD, Pumpkin, and As a Weeb. Appreciate y'all so much.
And Ace Phoenix Gamer.
Oh, Ace Phoenix Gamer! I ran through the usual candidates, and I scrolled back up, I was like, who else was in here? They dropped Silk Song with 0 fanfare on Sunday. Oh, you fucking know!
If they did.
You fucking know! Anyways, thank y'all so much one more time, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!
Night, everybody.